enough.
All you have to do is just be quiet until someone gets bored and gets started.
It's annoyed.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Alright.
I'm streaming as of right now. Jeez.
Awesome. Okay.
We're streaming. Oh,
Nick.
wait, hold on. Da-da-da. Frigid
Never
6.
again.
Don't ever do that again.
Roll.
Copyright.
Welcome back.
Men.
It's so long since I've talked. Frigid 6. Maybe you've heard of them. Given
This guy.
the noble quest by the Bright Queen herself, hand given, vocally verbalized in the sacred room of her presence. We go investigate 3 cities. The city of Asarius, Karis, and Rothold. They already took out the first one of Asarius. They went there, kicked ass, took out the giant portal, killed the giant squid, defeated the Hasselhoff, found Robin Ball. Didn't defeat her yet. Next stop on the route, Karis, the great city of druids and dragonborns. On our way there, we finally approach. We're informed of this green-like plague that embodies the city.
Going southern on us. Stop it.
You're lying.
Body snatchers. Anyway, we venture out to take care of a few quests that we picked up along the way. Now, during our quest outside of Karis, run into our trouble. We vanquish the foes, with few of us getting poisoned. Unknown poison. Potentially this green plague everyone's so frantically knowing about.
Poison for Reinhardt. The poison.
The poison for Reinhardt.
The poison for Reinhardt. The poison.
As we come back
Reinhardt.
to Karis, we make our way
Reinhardt's
towards New
poison.
Draconia as Reinhardt, Savari, and Anavir all check themselves because of this potential poisoning of this green plague.
But did we wreck ourselves?
After much discussion with some of the elders, we decided to infiltrate the cellar of Elder Twine. Some vital information potentially hiding in this cellar. I don't have the map up either.
You were saying.
Oh, wow. The home of the Thriceborn. There we go. We are informed by Elder Tahorn about guarding the cellar. We stealthily infiltrate the base, making our way through these underground passages that were kind of like fire escapes for this base. We finally make our way towards the cellar, where it had been trapped. That's when we get blown and kind of break our stealth and our cover. Luckily, to our knowledge, no one was notified. As we find and get into the cellar, it's pretty boring. Bunch of dusty old furniture and so on and such. Behind this curtain, we get hit with this giant beam of light. A one, true, a beacon.
That summary managed to be very correct and pretty wrong in a lot of ways.
I'm sorry.
You're fired.
But
Take notes.
you're here now. In the cellar, Elder Twine's cellar, a collection of old furniture surrounds you, older than much what you had seen. And with the curtain pulled back, the incandescent glow of a Luxon beacon now fills the room.
Yeah, alright, so, okay. Is there a door behind us that we all entered into?
Correct. Just for a reminder, because it's been a bit, you have pretty much entered from behind at a cellar door that you remember scouting prior. There's no locking mechanism to it, and at the moment, while the doors are closed, they aren't shut behind you because they don't be able to get out.
Awesome.
room itself, there's a heavy amount of dust that has settled here. You've already examined the dust, trying to discern when was the last time someone was in this chamber, and you found it's been likely 20 years, judging by the amount of dust that has settled, and the fact that no one's really been in here. There's no like footprints. There's no things have been moved aside, and there's places where dust is, or is and isn't, or is and there's a lesser amount of it. You're likely the first people to have laid eyes on this beacon in a few, quite some years.
I'm just gonna say right now, we should probably, if that's what I think it is, we should probably just tell the Bright Queen, don't take it right now, because it may be the only thing keeping everyone alive.
Disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't disagree
And
with that.
it could
with
make a
that reasoning.
problem for the Bright Queen. It could make a problem for the Bright Queen if we just took it.
It's
We
a
could
thing
tell
they
them
don't know.
first,
I don't agree with that.
because then
What problems are
someone's
gonna
lying
start?
to the Bright Queen.
Well, isn't Karis not under the Bright Queen's
Yes
control?
and no. Yes and no.
It's
They don't
in
have
the
a presence.
territory of it's in their territory, but it's a completely separate thing.
They
There's
don't
no
have a
ties, there's no
resident guard.
guards. It's I mean the best way to think about it is as if this little section of land here, the Kryn just said, yeah, we don't care if you use it.
But if there's a beacon here, and if the beacon in the Empire, and they didn't really stop, they went all the way into the Empire for one. I don't think they would stop for this place either.
It means they don't know it's here.
So, do you want
Chris-
to tell the Bright Queen first?
Chris, do I
Guys?
see anything with my see invisibility that I had up?
Not at the moment now.
I don't see any traps or tripwires or any magical things surrounding the beacon.
No.
Either way, if you guys want to teleport out, I can close the door behind us,
Well,
and
the door's
while
closed.
invisible,
Sorry to close the door.
and lock
That's
it back
also-
together.
Another thing is that
Chink.
now that Tor and I have seen this place, we can instantly come back to it.
Which is
I'd
why
rather-
I'm kind of like,
that is
okay,
handy.
we'll just leave it.
I'd
Yeah.
rather not leave
Color.
the beacon
Come back.
here. I mean, for one, we can think about the beacon's value to us. The beacon's value to us is more than likely another request, which we've already found is very
There's nobody around the beacon, right? Just us?
just us, yeah.
Hmm.
And I've
Well,
checked.
the halflings
with-
that are above.
I was gonna.
Yeah, but no
I
one's
was
around us. So if we took it, no one would know, and no one's been down here.
But we did set
Now,
up that blast.
question quiz.
Yes, we did.
I said that the door behind us is above ground or underground?
Above ground. It's
Okay.
like a normal cellar door in like Midwest America, so it's tilted downward to go under the first floor and into a basement level.
Okay, so either way, you guys should leave and teleport out from inside here, whether you take it
First
or
off,
not.
I think we
do
need
that.
to. Well, first off, I think we just need to look around and see what's around.
We can
Let's
do
continue to
that.
see if there's anything else.
We can do that.
We
Really
can do
quickly.
that, and then we can decide whether we take it with us. We can do a quick 2-hour trip, 1 hour there, drop off the beacon, 1 hour back, continue our thing
Hmm.
here in Charis.
I
No,
think that's a
'cause
terrible idea, actually.
I say that.
While
So
while
literally
they're
just 2 hours out of our day.
while they're
2 hours, 15
discussing
minutes.
this and all that, what do I see? Is this like a library you said, or I'm trying to remember what you
Cellar.
described
It's a
this
storage
place?
closet, right?
Yeah.
For like the original furniture of Charis before they like. It's like prepped furniture before you like actually like created a city, right?
Yeah, it's like very rustic. Yeah.
It's like a log with a like little twigs to as a back of a
You
chair.
could definitely see how like Charis's evolution in its culture has been defined by the furniture if you start piecing it together. And it goes all the way back to what probably was the founding of Charis and some of these very first inklings of furniture that were later taken and instead of being destroyed or repurposed were kept here for mementos or for whatever reason still here.
No. Okay.
Um,
We really only see furniture, right, Chris? No papers, no notes, no. Like, I don't see
Um,
any, like, invisible vaults anywhere.
nothing invisible has like
Any
shown itself in
bookshelves
this
or
city.
anything?
No bookshelves. Um, there were a few books, but you can see that the pages have been heavily decayed and
I
time
remember you
worn,
saying that.
moth-eaten.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
I'd say I don't have it prepped today. Does anyone have detect magic?
I do not.
can't say that I do.
Ritual cast and might take a while, and the clock is ticking.
I'd say start ritual casting. We'll continue looking around.
You
I'd
should
like to make sure
send
there's nothing
to the
else
Bright
magic in
Queen.
here.
You should ask the Bright Queen.
I'm
She
not
wants
going to
do
ask the
something.
Bright Queen. We're either taking it or we're not. I don't
Well,
really
I think
care what
like
their
a,
opinion of it
you
You
is.
should
should
take.
decide that.
You
Then.
should put something as a decoy
So,
underneath the blanket.
That's not a bad idea. Let me see if I have anything, any
I don't have
ability.
any. I don't have any materialistic components that I could use to form a block of clay or anything.
You
Is this
have,
what it says? I have.
Reinhardt,
It says
you have an ability that can like fabricate things, correct? Like fabricate?
Yeah, that takes a while too.
How long does
Like,
fabricate take?
like
if
a
I remember
little.
correctly, it takes about a couple, like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it takes a
Well,
while.
here's the question: do you need the value to fabricate something?
No, I can fabricate out of dirt.
Sure.
No, but
Okay.
do you need the value to fabricate? How does the fabricate
No.
spell work? I don't know.
I remember correctly. I remember I used it once, and I was on a door that was broken, so I already had the component there. I was just
But like,
remaking the
if
door.
I give you residuum, could you use residuum to fabricate a pretty realistic looking beacon?
You can just
That
use
no one
stone.
has seen for the last 20 years.
No
There's
one's
no
seen it in
point
the
in
last 20
doing it in
years,
the
so they're
first
not
place.
gonna
Hey, Chris.
know.
Can I investigate this room if we haven't investigated yet?
We haven't investigated.
I don't know if we have investigated
We haven't
this particular
investigated.
room.
No.
I want to investigate it. Just as we are talking in this moment, I might
I
as
will
well.
help with
Let's
that.
fucking roll.
If he's gonna do it, I'll help.
There's 15 pounds of magical crystal from Adamir's mother's spire from the crystal beast that we destroyed. Could you form this into a decagonal shape? Decahedron.
Why you have
A
that?
hollowed out decahedron
Dodecahedron.
shape? I mean, as a
Doe
decoy.
is 10, Deck is 2.
You know how I have a lot of spells? I only have so many things I can prepare in a day.
I don't have it anymore. I can't do it.
I can't prepare.
Just
I literally have
People
all
want
the
to
other ones.
investigate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoever's investigating, roll. If you're being aided, roll with advantage.
Anavir, roll with advantage.
Okay.
So,
Please,
Chris,
I'm helping.
again, we are estimating that no one's been here in the last 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
Let's look at the door.
How old is the head for here? Is he in his like 50s?
Twine?
Yeah.
Like, he's on the older end, but he is a halfling. So
150 years?
he does. Yeah, he ranged about maybe 150. You spoke to him before. He's well presented, but there's still an age there. He does not clock how old the actual place is. This is hundreds of years old. They settled itself.
But I mean, like, an example is this room looks like it's been like 30 years since anyone's been here, and so he would have probably been the last one down here.
It's very likely.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, we have a question. How well do we think the memory is of a 120-year-old half elf? Whether he's going to remember
halfling? That'd be
halfling. I'm sorry, not half elf. Halfling.
They remember fucking winters. They're like mildly special.
So I got a 17.
Okay, max 17. Got it.
Yeah.
17, Chris, for Vikings and yeah.
Intelligence.
Sorry, it's basically intelligence. Yeah. I mean, I just think we should take it at this point. We don't have a way to hide that it's not here anymore. But I mean,
I can make it look like those doors were never opened. I'll say that. Which is why I'm trying to tell you.
No, I mean,
get out of here with it or without.
We can wait for you. We're gonna teleport. So
Are we taking it or not?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll grab it.
I put it in my bag of holding.
Okay, we'll do that.
I have to.
Bag of holding bigger.
I'll cast greater invisibility on myself. You guys teleport out. and I'll close the door. That way, you guys don't have to be outside.
Do you, out of curiosity, Snyder, do you have a request of the Bright Queen if we're offered a gift again? I can just tell them now so they can start working on it.
Oh, that
No,
reminds me.
actually, I don't.
Okay, then we'll just hold on. You can just hold on to it. Just remember that. Then if we'll let you know if they give us a gift for it, but
Absolutely.
that seems
And
to
I
be the
can
trend.
teleport over if I need to. Actually, with the
So-
teleportation circle.
We're taking
So-
it and we're going straight back, or
I think going straight to the Bright Queen with this, and then coming straight back to our room that we rented, or
Or the tower. I put
Yeah.
the tower up.
yeah, where
so
the tower
if
was
if we want to do this, if we want to do this in a like 2 hour, 15-minute thing, then both the warlocks.
Harbinger
we
would
can
say
do
here.
that.
Yeah,
I
we'll
can
all come with you.
I'm
We'll stay here
very
and make
hard
it
to
look
detect.
like we've never been here.
Okay, while that's going on, I'm prestidigitating the disturbed
Lore.
dust
Mhm.
that we've obviously kicked up,
Good job.
to make it look like we haven't been touching and kicking stuff up. And on top of that, Harbinger, can't you also mold a bunch of earth into a shape and put that under the blanket?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, but it wouldn't last long. I could just lock the door from the outside.
All I'm saying is that if somebody were to come in here and look at it, and it obviously would be
Which they're
showing
not
that there'd be
going
no
to.
change in the past. Is all I'm saying, but yeah. So
I have a funny
prestidigitation.
feeling this is one of
Do
the
we have
first
any vials that resemble somewhat of a dodecahedron?
I mean, yeah, I have
the funny thing
nothing
they're
that
gonna know
would.
fairly soon afterwards.
Basketball or something like that?
Cannonball, maybe?
Illusionary
Cannonball's
magic
at
is
the
not my.
Cannonball is at the
It's
campsite
not
now.
my specialty.
And I'm not leaving my entire pack here.
Alright, so. Alrighty.
Alright. Greater invisibility on myself. Head out the
Right.
door. Lock the door from the outside. They get teleport out.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, alright,
In the meantime, those of you that were investigating, search through chamber. It seems as though there were like books and like here, but based on what you could glean from the spines of them and the little bits of text that are visible, these were merely just purchased books, pieces of literary or contemporary writing at the time that were kind of thought that they're mementos and were decayed over time. You try to find records or some type of physical reference, maybe. And it appears that most, if not all, records that are down here are useless in some way. Not just in the way they're written and the way they've decayed, but also in just that they are almost irrelevant hundreds of years ago and just kind of tossed down here. So you get this feeling that anything here is kind of just been kept as memories and just stored down here, not not a long-term storage for someone that might want to reference these again.
So there's really not much that I can get from either information or even value, let alone have everything down there.
Yeah, there's not much you can glean in the information down here. If there were any official records or more information you could glean, it's not going to be in this. It's like very long-term storage. This is the storage lot you buy and you dump a bunch of stuff in and forget about.
Were
Gotcha.
there any nice furniture in here?
Depends on your interpretation of nice. Everything here is made of wood, and probably some of like the later generation Char's furniture is pretty nice, good craftsmanship.
So there's no like nice soft fuzzy red couch in here.
However iconic, it doesn't seem like there's a nice fuzzy red couch here.
Okay.
There's one made
no
out of
extravagant
moss.
paintings, no like lost collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Darn. Alrighty, I was just curious.
Dark Magician.
Thought it
Well,
looked
what
good
about
in
Magic the
castle.
Gathering?
Oh my god.
No Mighty Nine cards.
Anyway, I pull up Shadow Walk. Assuming we're all relatively close to each other.
Yep.
Not that close, but close enough.
Armiger, you went outside to
Oh my
I
god.
was talking and my mic muted. I'm so sorry.
Good job.
I cast great invisibility on myself. Concentration, yes. And step outside. Oh, I look first carefully. See if
doesn't seem
anyone's
like
there.
there's anyone right there, right outside.
Just peel out, invisible, close the door, relock it, and prestidigitation it to make it look like it was never opened. And there's a grass, not glass.
Alright.
And I'll sneak my way on out.
While you're kind of prepping and trying to erase the evidence that you've been here, there was a shadow walk that was about to happen.
Yes. First of all, are there any unwilling creatures? Or are y'all willing?
No,
I'm willing.
no, I'm good for this. I don't know.
Okay.
You're
I
kind
give
of
you my
It's part of the
consent.
spell.
Consent is important.
It's very important in the spell. Because it changes the spell entirely if
It
someone's
does.
not willing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, for you, yeah.
For you.
It's huge.
Gotta give consent, damn it.
Yeah,
Basically chuck you out the bus halfway through.
And you end up somewhere, so it's like, I need to know.
Oh.
No, fuck
You
you.
check with us. You're like, guys, we're all gonna say yes to this, right?
I say yes, nose gets bigger. Shit.
I can't
change your mind
guarantee
halfway
safety
through.
if you
Halfway
Say
through the
that.
trip, oh yeah, Seren said no. Let's just drop him off in the Feywilds.
Actually, there's actually a lot of different things that can happen in it. First, you have to be willing. Two, you can choose whether you want to follow me, wander through the Shadowfell, or stumble back to your native plane of existence.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting stuff.
So it's a two-parter. Like, you have to be willing, and then from
I
there,
think I want an answer now for my question.
All right, we shadow walk to the Bright Queen's chamber.
You want shadow walk
Close
into
Not right in the
Yep.
chamber.
Yep.
Not right in the chamber.
Now we're in the
Right
chamber.
right in the chamber, right
Nathan,
there
you
in
can say
front
whatever
of
you want, but it's his spell, so he
Well,
does.
suddenly now he's unwilling.
He's saying, we're not going in the Bright Queen's chamber, right?
Now he's unwilling.
Yeah, where she holds
No,
court.
we just talked about we're gonna go see the Bright Queen. We're gonna see the Queen, and then we just.
No, 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 no.
And
Oh
I
boy.
just got out of there. Then.
Okay.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Oh,
This is why I should have initiated the first half of the journey.
We're gonna get shot and killed. This is how we die. We're going
Well,
to the
Saren,
Doom
it's
Chamber.
nice to
Or
it's been
like,
nice to work
okay.
with you.
So while we're walking, I'm just gonna be holding my medallion.
Are you regarding to the how the spell mechanic works, or?
I need to check something specifically about the Lucid Bastion.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna let us do that.
Well, we'll find out. Well, we wouldn't leave at all then. It would just be like,
Poop.
guys.
Guys,
Did you leave the parking
what's
brake
happening?
on?
Did you remember to pay your patron fees?
Patron fees.
I
Don't
will
even start
ask.
with that one.
Don't
Don't
even
even start with
I'll
that
at
one.
least ask Reinhardt, where are we going exactly?
Reinhardt's sword rings. Hello, I'd like to talk to you about your extended spell warranty.
I have a feeling that they're shadowing to it, and then all of a sudden there's a barrier. Bonk. Like, okay, we're going outside.
No. No, that's not how it works.
It doesn't work. It'd be a waste of a spell.
Oh, also the beacon is put away, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, and then we're in dim light.
yeah, we're in the basement.
Okay, so I wanted to make sure it's part of the spell.
You have to be in dim light or dark.
Yeah,
Fails
it has to be in dim light.
fails if any creature is in bright light when the spell is cast, or yeah. So it's like
Oh guys, I remember my glaive. Illuminate!
Boom! Ah, my eyes!
just fails.
There's a lot of stipulations with Shadow Walk.
It's a pretty good spell.
It is. Too
Just
bad
don't
it's not
hear from
legit.
you guys for a while. It's like, where the fuck did I go?
quickly check some of the things for.
This is the part where I wish I had message or sending.
Wait, can I do anything during this hour that we're walking?
It's not walking. It's like floating.
Yeah, you're wisp
Um,
flying across.
It's like the Death Eaters in Harry Potter, where they're
Can I
flying.
send a spell while we're doing this? I mean, because I'm not doing anything.
We're traveling.
Yeah, but I can cast a spell when I'm traveling.
I don't know.
Are we considered on the same plane of
You
existence?
sent me the
though?
text.
We're in the
that you're in
Shadowfell.
the Shadowfell.
Oh,
That's
so
You sent me
no,
the
so it
text
wouldn't
for
work.
That's
No,
not
for
how
Shadow
Shadow
Walk?
Walk. Yeah.
As we're shadow walking, Anvir pulls a card from.
because if you're not in a corporal form, then you don't have the ability to cast somatics, right? If you don't have a regular form, you can't cast the somatic.
You don't have to.
You're
You can cast
shadows.
spells in
Copy.
we're in the
Send it to you
Shadowfell.
right now.
You can't.
Somatic semantics.
Semantics.
Dude, that one for the football QB
It's a
that
long
got
one.
hit
Yeah.
so hard, started casting spells.
In the form of a plume of shadowy smoke.
Yeah, so Death Eaters.
Yeah. So,
Did you look up Lucid Bastion already?
yeah, I checked the Lucid Bastion to see if.
Is it like Hogwarts?
Open it is.
If it is, then the spell just fails outright.
It might.
Expecto
We're about to hop into a really important meeting.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is actually terrifying. And
Anvir
really
over here.
wish
I
you
pulled a
weren't
card!
here.
I love
Demons.
it. I love it.
See, if Torn initiated the first half of the journey,
You
I would have went to the
all
waiting room.
gather up in the shadowy energy conjured by the Shadow Walk spell and are sent flying off away from this location across the Shadowfell. You are picking up the blurred imagery of the Jorhassian wastelands reflected here in the Shadowfell. The barbed fields, nasty, nasty
Oh God.
spires of claws that kind of before reached upwards, and you could kind of build up the elements that this terrain long ago. It's now just much more wicked as you pass and fly through.
It went. Oh God,
you
I'm
saw
so
that?
nervous. Yes, well, we all saw
Flying
that.
through the terrain and careening across. The blurred imagery just rapidly flashing, hitting your eyes and then passing away. It's hard to keep mind of this. What exactly its terrain looks like, what exactly the Shadowfell, this reflection of the Prime Material Plane looks like.
It's fucking horrible.
After about an hour, you quickly watch as a black citadel with this massive wall spiraling upward. You go careening towards it, towards the centermost structure, flying, pierce the wall, and when the shadow walk ends, your vision comes to. The shadows disperse around you, and you are within the blue-esque chamber, darkened, of the Lucid Bastion.
Where are we?
The throne room, darkened.
Where's she Bloodsport?
Nobody's home.
We're in a different dimension.
Which room of the Lucid Bastard did you send us to?
I went to the one I had the best memory of, and that was the throne room of the Bright Queen.
It does look like the throne room. You are.
Is anyone? No one's in the throne room.
No one's in the throne room. Everything is empty. The light under the beacon in the center, that beacon in the center that has to rise up to illuminate the chamber, is tucked downward. The throne
In the
itself.
future, Reinhardt, never transport us here again.
Got it. Keep your ears open. And I go running up to the throne to go sit on it.
What the fuck?
boom, boom, boom.
I
As you turn before sitting down and you kind of look out, you can see just at the corner of the sites the various different podiums for all the dens. Just carefully enough, you can see where their heads would be. You have direct eyesight of them. This throne strategically placed to keep an eye not just on the subjects in the chamber, but all the subordinates, all the den leaders.
I just want to sit. I just want to sit for a second. For a
Reinhardt,
second. For a
please.
second. For a second. For a
Reinhardt.
second.
Reinhardt,
I
Reinhardt.
slowly sit.
Reinhardt, you don't have it.
I'm writing a letter. I'm writing a letter to my mom.
Settle
Okay.
down in the throne.
I like
for
to roll a stealth.
It's a mimic and it eats you.
Roll stealth check. As you settle down, it's surreal. There's not like an imposing sense of power initially, just sitting in a throne, but you know that since this throne's conception, likely only one other person, the Bright Queen herself, has ever sat in this throne.
I about to shoot a fart in it.
Looking out at this
I'll never give him consent.
grand opulence of the chamber, dimmed due to the lack of light. So not hitting its full glory, but there's a certain, yeah, you can see
Fuck,
this.
it's touch. Never mind.
The cleric.
Anyway.
Just being like,
Okay.
Why? Swear to God.
Yeah, just so they all know that was a 23 to hide in the shadows.
You know, I'll join him too. I'm getting out of here.
And with a very big smirking smile, I come walking down.
I'm going stealth and getting out of here.
Oh, I am so happy now.
I know, that's basically Tracy. Get the fuck
Saren,
Go.
Saren. Message the Bright Queen.
How often will you ever get to do this?
Right.
I got a
now before we
19.
get
I'm
beat
getting
and
out.
shit.
I cast sending to the Bright Queen.
Right.
My message states, Your Grace, we have returned to Persona. We discovered another beacon that we wish to return.
At this moment, the doors that you lie beside fling open as a collection of the Dusk Guard come barreling into the chamber. The
The
first
cast of the
foremost-
spell did it, didn't it? The cast of the
Still
spell
ca-
did it.
You're still casting the spell.
Mhm.
You
I have a
Yeah.
the normal
And-
signs that everyone would know.
Aw,
for
shit.
sending spell. Guards are here. That's how it ends. Guards are here.
She's like,
And I just see the guards and I just kind of go, well, the Bright Queen knows we're here.
good morning.
I just hold up my get me out of jail free card badge.
Multi-pass.
Multi-pass.
Torenbod multipass.
Or the clattering of their chin armor, that faint whistle comes to a stop. Many of them wielding pole arms, but the first foremost individual, the red sash over, has a like a spiked plume that flies across and down to their back. They're standing there for a brief moment. Saren, you have a very subtle presence you feel behind you. Glancing back with your passive perception, there is a copy, an echo of that individual behind you.
Oh, I will immediately say, with my passive perception, do they look familiar to me?
No.
Oh, they don't. I'll be like, I will say, I'm assuming you're all part of Denzoled. The armor would match.
Reaching back, seeing that some of you do have symbols raised. The
Yeah,
individual
we do have like a little, like, we're helping the dynasty symbols. We do have those kind of raised. We will apologize for the incorrect teleportation. On the bright side, the Bright Queen knows we're here already.
Save her the trouble.
The individual, fully armored up. There is a red sash, but it doesn't inherently mean that they're Denso led. The individual.
I know, the armor is what I assumed. I assumed with the armor.
Pulls their head free from the helmet, and the woman's white hair flows back. You see an individual. You've only seen them once before, and you do recall this individual was at the throne the last time when you initially received the orders.
Head
the
guard.
other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Head guard. with the head guard in front of us.
We could be fucked.
They look across you and raise your voice. Go and stay seated
Yes.
in the antechamber.
Yeah, we'll do that. And I just grab Reinhardt by the shoulder,
Embarrassing shuffle over to the
very
waiting room.
grossly grab
Just
onto the shoulder and
slink
go
my
like,
way out.
oh, it's wet. Oh, I've never touched the
I
armor
feel like
before.
Torin should say that.
And I'm just gonna
Bart
like
has
grab the
to
shoulder, push around, and go like,
Part
oh,
and
it's
move
bleeding.
ways. A few of them confused, likely not knowing that this group of non-Shorhasian individuals have such high rank. Others more annoyed that this has happened so early in the morning. But Quana,
Start it, guys.
Dust Captain Quana moves off to the side to watch as you enter the antechamber, the chamber between the throne room and the hall of
And I
the
just
Sebastian.
whisper to Reinhardt, you were the luckiest motherfucker that you did that the fastest second you had a chance. Any
Kind of
slower,
right.
and you would have been killed.
I
Now go
just
sit down.
walk with the
Reinhardt?
with the smoke on my face.
Reinhardt, for future reference, this room. This room.
This
Oh, I'm
room.
sorry.
Of all rooms.
I thought this was urgent.
It wasn't that urgent. We're giving them a beacon. We're not.
So what's the problem?
I mean, we
We're
could
I just
giving them
looked at
something of a
Torin.
high
I looked at
value.
Torin, and I'd be like, Torin,
Don't look at me.
You made him
Don't
stop.
look
You
at
made him
me.
stop. You made him stop.
he's a warlock. You deal with him.
That's good.
I feel like, I don't know.
He was like,
He's like, well, you're not wrong. We're giving them something of a high value for like nothing, and it's
Well,
like,
we're not nothing. We're
well, no,
hopefully
but
getting.
at the same time, it's a huge deal that they weren't looking for.
That's a good point. Well, they didn't know
his buddy was
existed.
like,
Exactly. What makes you different than me
And I
as a
sit
supervillain?
down and I just kind of
Presentation.
go like this with Torin. Remember this room. And I sit down and I just kind of go, it's too early for this. It's too early for this.
Also, my armor isn't really like slimy. It is chitin, a hardened chitin. So
It's alive, Will.
And
It
it
is
does have
alive,
it has
it's
a
hard.
weirder feeling. Not not slimy, but there's like putting it. It's like a somewhat porous material. It's not like a sleekness like steel. There's a texture to it that you're not quite expecting when you rest your hand on
Yeah.
bone armor.
And
And
you
then
do
it's like
see me
muscle.
when I like let go of my hand, I just kind of like pull out like my nice knife and just kind of like. Ugh.
people with like ADHD to like, texture.
Yeah, big deal. Called your hand back.
It's not that dirty, man.
What's up?
Saren gets out the Purell.
Do I get out of that place fine, Chris? Do I have to roll
Yes.
this stuff?
While you wait in the antechamber, back in Charis, Snyder,
Do
you
want to
have
go
just pushed the lock down and finally resecured the latch mechanism that keeps this closed. There has been some patchwork prestidigitation here to make the grass look better, but you're by no means druid, and you're not able to like make a perfect copy no matter how much time you spend to how it
Oh,
looks
not
before.
really. No. I need to only look good from afar.
Yeah. It kind of does, you know. You've changed the colors of the dying bits of grass that are there back to green. So there is a, you know, from afar probably looks like grass, but those that get closer can definitely see the ring around that has been formed.
A ring formed?
The ring from the expulsion of magic that killed all the plants in the ring around.
Oh, I
so
thought
it's
that
like
was
a
in
half
the tunnel. I thought that was in the tunnel.
No, that was right here.
Oh, no, I didn't think so. Okay. Well, I'm gonna,
All right.
as best I can.
Roll a perception check with advantage because of everything you have for you. Don't you have oh, sorry, stealth.
I was like, I definitely am. 29.
You venture back. Some time passes as you single one person make your way back, and eventually you arrive to the dilapidated but latch-hacked entry that you came out of, closing it behind you and moving some of the dirt back in the way, dirt and fallen leaves back in the way to make it look like it was not disturbed. You are now at the northernmost end, the home of the Thriceborn. Your allies have about 45 minutes just to get to Rasona, plus however much more time they're going to need to conduct what other dealings that they're going to have in the city.
I'm gonna head back to the tower. Most of the way invisible.
Right. You duck and weave between the platform streets of the village of Charis. There's a large amount of population.
Over by the whalers area, right?
Yeah. You guys had, with permission, settled up near Valinor Lodge. So, yeah, most of your journey is on the platform. So eventually you do go down near the Dewdrop Exchange, and then down towards the Lake Valinor, and back to the platform. The whalers, at first light, you are seeing them at like their max size, slowly dwindling as more begin their daily chores and routines around the lodge, heading outward into the greater Lotus Den Greenwood.
I have a feeling I won't be going outside very much until they get back. I shouldn't be seen by myself all of a sudden.
It's easy enough. It doesn't take that long to cross Charis, so you do make it back to tower.
And by the time I make it back, I'll wait a little while and then I'll cast astral messaging once the hour should be up.
We have sending stones.
I was gonna say when
Oh,
we
that's
were
right.
waiting
Yeah,
in the
you're fine. You're right.
when we were waiting in the for the queen, I was gonna send a message to
Oh, okay.
Harbinger telling
I
him that
started
we made it.
casting astral, but wait a minute, I have the settings still right.
You wait a little bit. You kind of like time it out. 45 more minutes, and like, okay, they'd arrive, so you give a little bit more time um, just to settle wherever they settled. And about at this time, as you're all finally settling in the antechamber,
Keep your sending stone on.
We made it. We're waiting for the Bright Queen. Did you get out
Oh.
of
Yeah, I'm chilling in the tower.
Got it. Good to hear. We'll keep you informed.
Yeah, yeah.
Over.
Speak into the sending stone when you're there. See ya.
more time passes in the antechamber. Minutes roll by. You hear the briefest amounts of commotion on the opposite side of the door. Nothing yet. About 10 minutes has passed so far.
Well, how do you
Maybe
think
she got
they're gonna take this? Us showing up like this?
Unannounced?
Yeah.
With a beacon, probably just
At
being
first.
like, "I wish you would have done it later in the day."
At first, they might be like, "Why do you come into my chamber unannounced?" And then we're like, "Ta-da!"
Actually, no, she knows that I brought a beacon.
Oh, kind of ruined the surprise.
Didn't you just say all guards?
No,
Did you say?
the old guards I actually stated out loud, but to translate exactly what I said, I basically said, "Hello, Your Grace. We do apologize. We are here. We've discovered a beacon."
But you never actually
where
got to
this goes.
finish that, did you? Because the guards popped in.
No, the statement concluded and it said, "Oh, guards are here." So.
Okay.
Well, this should be interesting.
Oh. Beard's having a rave party over there.
It
What?
was being attacked from behind.
Is Spirit's
point.
camera glitching out for you guys too?
No.
No.
The doors is slowly open. You can see the shadowy representation of two Kryn guards pushing open the doors before taking steps back and then fading. The chamber
Is that better?
itself is lit now. A glowing incandescence comes from an unseen light source that illuminates the crystals here and finally brings the light back up into this chamber. You see that all the den seats remain empty, but at the highest point, Bright Queen is settled into their throne. To their left, sorry, to the right, the Dusk Captain Kwana Kryn, and to their flank, Lucy.
It's your girl.
As your door opens, you hear from the familiar authoritarian voice of the Dusk Captain. You may enter the chamber now.
Again?
Reinhardt,
We have her
Sorry,
blessing.
man.
if it's brought up that we were in the
Casually
chamber,
walk in.
apologize.
Oh, it was
Calmly,
brought up.
we'll calmly walk in, bow,
Mm-hmm.
continue to walk in. Your Grace, we do apologize for the early morning arrival. We we came as we discovered an item, as I stated, that we believe you'd have interest in, as well as just to get it here because we don't know why it was there. And I will look to Torrent. Pull it out.
Yeah, in the same way that I first got the beacon, the first beacon.
I'm just kind of like, please pull it out. Don't make me look like a weirdo. Torrent.
I pull the beacon out.
Alright.
We found this in Charis.
You liberate the beacon from the bag of holding. Its glow hits the crystals in the chamber and the reflections brighten it up once more. The very soft, like starlight glow reflecting everywhere. Due to the advanced warning, as well as when you guys were escorted to the antechamber, it was name dropped. It is not a moment of surprise amongst the three to stand on the uppermost platform, but there is still a glint in the eye of familiarity and in recognition of the beacon's presence, such a monumental item. The other two stay silent now as the Bright Queen speaks. This beacon was recovered within the lands of Charis.
Yes.
Correct,
the
ma'am.
basement.
We
It was a
we would like to ask, do you know if the halflings and Charis would have any idea what the beacons even look like, out of curiosity?
So there's a very brief moment of thought. They glance to their left and right at those that flank them, and eventually turns back. There is a chance that the spread of the religion of the Luxon has reached their ears, and thus the look of such a beacon.
So very possible they are unaware of what it actually was. Okay. Because, yes, as Torrent stated, we, while still inquiring about solving the issue in Charis and trying to figure out its individual issue, we did some digging into one of the holds for the halfling side of the city and found this in a cellar.
Storage
Cellar
That,
basement.
that
Yeah.
hasn't been touched in probably 30, maybe longer years. after 30, it gets a little bit hard to tell from dust, but about 30 years or more. So we don't quite know if this is something they're hiding. We don't quite know if it's something that they just found and thought, oh, well, this is an interesting item, we should keep it. We primarily
You
wanted to
found
get
it
it
in
out
a
of there.
cellar of the halfling side.
Yes, indeed.
Correct.
Yes.
A random individual, a merchant, traveler.
Not
The head housing of the
the
leaders of the
halflings.
halfling side.
Was
Yeah.
it
Of the home
Twine?
of the Thriceborn,
Yeah.
Elder Twine,
Yes.
If you're familiar with the name, Your Grace.
Yeah.
older gentleman.
Familiar with the individual.
Yeah.
About
He might
yay
not.
tall.
I don't know
I
if he'd
gesture about
know.
I gesture somewhere around his height,
Yeah,
about yay
like-
tall.
Yeah. We're not quite sure if, even with his age, if he would be aware of what a beacon looks like. I mean, we didn't know what they looked like before, but then again, we're not from this land, so
Just an end of his shoulder, just like, God damn it.
we don't know if it's malicious yet. That's what we next intended to find out and discuss. But we wanted to get it here as fast as possible so that it was not an item in play in the area.
Will, did you leave your ascending stone on? Like I asked?
Yes, that's what you meant.
Yes.
The bending stones don't pick up ambient voices around.
I
Okay.
thought I meant it had to be
speaker.
Okay.
mentally talk with it still, or
Yeah, it allows you to cast a spell sending, which is only person to person.
I will inform you afterwards.
Just because we knew Robin was after something like that. So
But yeah, hopefully, Chris, let me know if I got my point across there. Basically, it's like, we're not saying they did this maliciously to cause a problem. It's more like, we saw it. We know people want them. We wanted to get the chess piece off the board.
Bright Queen takes a few moments. There's a muttering conversation between the three at the highest most platform. Before Bright Queen turns down to look down at you. If a human of magic host is to find a beacon, it can be forgiven that they might not understand what they've unearthed. The halflings of Charis reside within the heartlands of our domain. They're young, might not leave the village, but their elder is also seasoned and wise individual that would be more than knowledgeable about something that they would have in possession. For some time now, there has been concern and suspicion of Charis and their neutrality. Though you have, doing this, preventing this piece from remaining in play, have may just spared the village a wrath should it have been misused.
Yes. I mean, we've encountered many individuals. There could have been many reasons they have it and have not brought it up, but that's not for me to make assumptions on. We do plan to speak with the Thriceborn to find out, but now that it is no longer in their possession, we feel it will be an interesting conversation.
We can
Do you
just focus.
foresee any difficulty now that it is no longer in their possession? What does it mean that the people of Charis no longer have the beacon?
Well,
Think
if
about it.
assumptions are to be made, it might have been being used as a bargaining tool. If the dynasty, if you decided that Charis was wanting to be taken over or used for some military thing or whatnot, then they could have said, no, don't do that. Here, we discovered this thing, let us trade. It could have been like that. I'm not entirely sure. Because the good grace would have come either way, whether they give it now or later. They may have been using its benefit, its mental benefit. Maybe they became consecuted. I still don't quite understand how it works, but
Investigate it. Do you believe that this is the object of interest that Raven Ball was investigating down in Charis?
Warren,
I, it would make sense. At
I'm gonna go with
least.
no.
I don't think so either.
No.
She would have to have prior
No?
knowledge of this 20 plus years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
30 years
we
ago.
know
Old enough
she's
to
old,
have known
but
that.
we know
Yeah.
she's old
But
mentally.
that's
But
a long time of letting something sit that you need.
yeah, and it's not
Especially
like it
something
was. It's not like
that
it was well guarded.
um
I mean, it was in an old cellar that no one has been in 30 years. It's not like it was hidden. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm glad you agree with me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was asking what you felt about the tacos.
Both are delicious.
Love you, bye.
Yes,
Guys, I
yes, the
love you.
tacos with
Darren's-
beacons. They sound
Darren's
really
talking
good.
to himself again.
Sorry, Saren had a mental stroke real quick. I'm back. Hello, I'm Saren.
We remain lucky then that
If
in her pursuit
anything,
of whatever else was
I mean,
not thorough enough to have discovered the beacon.
I mean, Your Grace, from what we're seeing in Charis, it seems more like there may have been something that Robin is trying to do in connection to the Feywild. It seems the issue they're dealing with is they've always, it seems, had a connection with the Feywild, and somewhat of a open door is the best way I'd put it. But it seems to be more open and leaking in a way, and we're trying to discover why and what that entails. So it might be that Robin wants the door to the Feywild open for a reason, similar to how they opened the door for the beast before. This just is with the Feywild instead. They might be just trying to find places that are close to others to start a connection so they can get to the location they desire. But we're not entirely sure yet. We still need to do more investigating, as well as the pattern might completely change when we go to our final destination still.
As a piece of fragmented lore that might not come up often, the Lodeston Greenwood has not always been there. 1,000 years ago was just barren land. In growing, when it started was forest the next day, and progressively grew and grew. The forests, I understand, are ancient, but not so much to appear as quick as they did. And if you ever were to cartographer the lands, you'll find the trees and the like constantly move. The border of the forest retracts and pulls as it wishes. You're correct that the forest itself is not this realm, but the Feywild is but just a mere reflection of the prime material. Her desire to open realms seems to be that to gain allies, or to allow allies into prime material. I would investigate maybe the origins of the Lotus Den Greenwood.
Thank you, Your Grace. Well, would you like,
Does
so
she
that we can
recognize that the
make
one
it, take
sword?
it out of our possession, would you like us to bring the beacon to you, or shall the head of the watch come take it from us?
Gestures over to Dust Captain Quana, who takes a brisk pace down the steps
And
as they arrive
if
to you.
we happen to find other beacons in the wild, what is the procedure you'd like us to implement in that situation.
Yeah, we do realize this was probably not the smoothest procedure we've followed.
No, and we do seem to have a knack for finding them.
I think in the future I'll do our trips over here into the waiting room
I
and
looked
not
at
the chamber.
We all kind of glanced at Reinhardt.
Or even
And
outside.
do your best to inform Lucy of any that you do find.
Understood.
Would you like us to inform Lucy before we do our trips over, or would we inform you
That would
directly?
be most ideal.
Okay.
Understood.
The dust captain arrives down at the steps, walks to Torin.
Hand it off.
She grabs the beacon, feels that weight in her hands, glances over to you briefly. Saren. The general, by the way, moves up the stairs now. As she begins moving up the stairs, the beacon's light being picked up and carried up with eventually the way the walls are structured. It grows in brightness until it reaches the middle platform.
Looks like every other beacon, by the way, right, Chris? Like, there's no,
Yeah.
like... Okay.
Well, each beacon has a little bit of a difference in...
I just got really worried for a moment, thinking that this might have been, like, this magical, evil, corrupted beacon, that's
A
why they were
bomb has
keeping
been
it, because
planted.
my worry is of, wait a minute, we didn't actually check if this was a real functioning beacon that should function like every
No.
other beacon.
No. Saren, if you look in the bottom, it has 1 star, so it's one of the Dragon Balls.
Okay, we got Dragon Ball 4.
You look on the bottom, it says Made in Charis.
Made in Charis. It's
You
wood.
gotta-
You know, it's wood, and they just put an illusion spell on it, and you're just shaking. You hear clunk, 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 clunk. What the fuck?
Flip the back, $4.95. Oh man.
And it's $4.95.
We shake it.
It's been marked down a couple
additional
times.
Pylons. What?
It's got a clearance sticker on
No,
it.
a little blue triangle pops up to the front.
Yeah. What?
The Bright Queen speaks up.
Uncertain.
No.
Conclude your business, Charis, and find why the halflings might have been harboring Beacon.
We'll keep Lucy updated, so she may keep you updated.
Before we leave, I do have a question for you. You mentioned prior regarding these Luxem beacons that you have been able to utilize them to gain an almost immortality in sense. Could that be the same for the people of Chars?
Consecution, the act of binding oneself to a beacon, was at one point a process that I thought I myself had created. But the discovery of 2 individuals has opened the door that such a path might be open to any who studied the beacon long enough. In time, it could have been possible that they had discovered consecration. Typically, the smaller lifespans of creatures might not allow it, but a halfling could, in theory.
It makes sense as to why it was there for so long untouched.
Yeah.
They used
They
it,
live. They've
got
lived so long, they're not going to need
utilized
to.
it, hit it, and waited again.
You know, Saren, thinking back, Thriceborn, does that ring any bells for you? Beacon,
Well, I mean,
Thriceborn.
yeah, you know, I mean, that is possible. Could just be obviously in the name. And it's
I think it's
just
something we should consider.
Yeah. Well, we will deal with this, and we have more knowledge than they do now, so thank you, Your Grace. We shall
We'll keep you
Would you?
updated. We'll keep
Well,
Lucy updated.
I will nod Lucy, General, and I will say that hopefully our next meeting, General, is less surprising.
Dusk Captain.
Dusk Captain.
The rank.
I meant Dusk Captain. I meant Dusk Captain. That's what I meant. I think I heard General once. Yeah. But
General
Dusk
of the
Captain.
Army, not the Captain of the Watch. Dusk Captain is the rank.
That's not confusing at all. Yes. So nod.
And
Turn
as
around.
a future request, chambers for officials only, especially their seating arrangements. Please keep in
Yes.
mind.
We understand. Will, did you hear that? Will, there was a comment to you.
Can you repeat that?
Stay the
Chris?
fuck out of the seat.
Couldn't help myself.
Grab.
One opportunity and took it.
Turn
Welcome to the
around.
beacon.
Pushed away.
Just start doing
Well, there's like
the
a
fairy.
sternness to their face. There's a brief smile on the Bright Queen and Lucy's
Yeah.
expression as
She's lived for like 10,000 years.
has
She's like, you son of a bitch.
Reinhardt's turned around, mentioning his desire to do it, take the opportunity.
I had to try. It was a. Stop talking. Stop talking. Please stop talking. And that's audible. Please stop talking. Let's
Lead
just.
into the antechamber, and the
Very
doors with no guards to close them do close on their own before
It does look like he's wearing a massive fucking sombrero.
it does,
Alright.
though.
Hello, Senor Viking.
Oui, oui.
We could not hear you, Senor Viking.
We're
Hola.
inside of the antechamber once more. The beacon dropped off.
Alright, so should we head back and collect?
I smack
Snyder?
Reinhardt in the back of the head.
What?
You
No,
need to
for
roll
what?
the hit.
You give him a little cuff.
And then go back to rubbing my temples. I still have a migraine.
I just go to Torin.
Torrent.
We'll have some wine. We'll drink. That's what we're gonna do when we get back.
No.
We'll figure the thing. We're gonna drink
I'm
some.
gonna, when we get back to Charles, I'm buying out the whole bar.
We're doing that. That sounds great. We don't need to remember today happened. Only need to remember that hopefully this puts some good graces. Maybe we'll go to thing and oh god.
You're using a lot of words right now. I just want to go back right now.
Let's just go.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah, where are we going?
I don't know if I want to give him consent
Do I
anymore.
remember where the bar is?
You remember that there's a bar at the Dewdrop Exchange, and you remember that there's one at Valinor Lodge.
Yeah.
Dewdrop Exchange. Let's go.
Wait,
Really?
we should go somewhere darker. I'm assuming this is kind of a lit area.
It's very
Yeah.
lit where you are right now.
It's so lit.
Okay.
It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, guys.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
The
No
stuff
one's gonna be in the bar.
specifies that it has to be dimly lit.
Stand
can't be
outside,
bright
then.
light. Is what I'm. Is what
Oh,
it
where
says.
you're teleporting to?
No, where
No,
we start
no.
teleporting.
To start teleporting.
To
Otherwise, the
cast,
spell
it
just
can't be-
fails.
It can't be bright.
Oh, we
lit.
can't be here.
That's why I
because
was
it's
saying
too
there's a lot of stipulations for Shadow Walk.
Then just go outside then, because it's always night, isn't
You're
it?
not here.
Actually, is it very bright in the chamber, Chris? I don't think it would be.
The antechamber is bright. Yes, there is a kind of a soft blue that very brightly illuminates the antechamber. The antechamber is pretty small, so there's not like corners that one could hide in. It is very specifically designed so that whoever's here sees whoever else is in
Are
the chamber.
there any guards nearby?
Not in the antechamber, no. It's also made for privacy. So the
Is it
guards,
lit?
no one can hear into the chamber.
Is it lit by candle?
No.
Okay, just curious.
The light, when you kind of start to actually pay attention and look for it, it's difficult to find, but in the center of the chamber, there's kind of a ornate structure that kind of builds into the center seating, and then there's the outer seating. So it's kind of a
I will start walking out of
almost
the
a
Lucid
miniature
Bastion
nest
until I can find a
size.
spot that's darker.
Yeah. Walking out of the Lucid Bastion, it's lined with guards, um, not facing you, but lined the walls. Somewhat active. Being back in Persona reminds you that there's never really sleeping hours within the city, so there's always some activity. Going out into the streets of Persona, you're in the main courtyard of the Lucid Bastion, this grand area that you could easily go and find a dark space because there is this constant darkness that resides overhead.
And you said there's guards lined.
At the inside of the Lucid Bastion, but as you exit and head outside,
Okay.
there's this main courtyard that has some activity, but you could probably find a space within the or between the buildings of Persona
Gotcha.
if you wanted privacy, or you could just go far enough into the plaza and just do it in like quiet.
The closest darkest closest dimly lit area.
Not hard to find. You all move out to the side of Lucid Bastion where um, there's a lack of light and the natural darkness of Persona can really grapple where you are.
Actually, quick note. Was Charis like Hogwarts that you couldn't teleport in, or
Um,
we were able to teleport out?
Where was that?
Guess we'll find out.
No, or was that at the ball, the gala, the dinner? No.
There was one place we went to that was like Hogwarts and that we couldn't teleport in.
That's right. Before we leave, all right, Harbinger, we just got done meeting with the Queen. We're headed back to Karish. Be there within the hour.
Guys.
Alright.
Alright. I will start the spell and we are gonna go to the Dewdrop Exchange bar front door.
as you finish the shadow walk, in puffs of ash and brimstone, and you were sent flying out from the Shadowfell Citadel, the sharp black walls.
As I imagine like the cartoon Poof with little poof letters. It's poof.
Flung out from this imposing colossal citadel that resides here in the Shadowfell, past the walls and over the wasteland that lies within this realm. An hour passes, just watching the scenery flash by before you fling yourselves into a patch of this wasteland. And as your vision clears, you are within the Dewdrop Exchange, just a few feet away from the stall that sold you the like that imitation crab meat type of fish paste with the bread. It is very early in the morning here, so there's just mainly people setting up their stalls, a few halflings moving over, and as you all in space, there's a quick commotion as people
Calm
like
down.
turn, look to you.
I look where the alcohol is.
There's a like a large semicircle bar that does have like a few people that were kind of organizing what
That
they
way.
had here.
That
Grab
way.
Torn on the shoulder.
After you, sir. Let's go.
You just poof into existence and start walking towards the bar.
Feel
It's Sunday.
stairs on your
And
back.
we just grab. We each just grab 2 beers, trade them whatever we need to trade for right now. Remember, Torin, we're still gonna have to go talk to the fucking Thriceborn.
The only drink they have, there's no beer, but there is a
Thing that will get us drunk.
yes.
That.
Okay.
It's
To
equivalent,
that.
can
That.
run out of beer.
equivalent to a peach moonshine.
An oily green leaf.
Even better.
Sounds great. How much, Chris?
Get
3
that one up
pigs.
here in a second.
2 bits of string and an acorn.
You know, that might be actual currency at some
Oh
point.
my god, it is.
At a right person, you can't just give acorns and string to
Well, no, but like
He's a druid. He can make it work.
in a druid area, they're not gonna take coin.
Yeah.
They might, but really, they're like, whatever.
Mill up some silver.
Price up.
Just offer up a bottle of frigid woe antidote here. Take this.
This will put a kick in your drink.
You do approach, and the person that was like initially kind of shocked is still staring at you from the back bar, but eventually takes a few steps over. Okay. So
Long
you're
bit.
not from around here.
We were here like yesterday.
Not
I
exactly.
could say that.
You're yesterday. Okay.
We still gotta go talk to Thriceborn.
In a moment.
Are you diplomats?
Actually, we're on a special mission. here.
Sure. We'll say
got-
sure.
You could keep quiet on it. We are actually undercover detectives investigating a mystery here.
That's right.
Yep. Yep.
Already taking
We'll go with
drinks
that.
out of mine.
Nice. Being undercover. Teleporting right next to the bar.
You'd never
Not
expect it.
together.
But here's the thing. Oh, you're out of town. You must be weary travelers. Exactly the persona we wanted to put off as. Sold you instantly.
This poor halfling.
What? Like,
What?
How much is the drink?
Swear to God, he says acorns.
Normally, the people we is a barter. So, depends on what you can bring. If you don't have coin, we would need a few minutes to set it up. But we usually do axe throwing. If you get a certain amount of points, you get a drink.
Okay.
I'll try that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
Where's Wolfgang when you need him? Load an axe into heart piercer.
You have a few minutes to set up the target.
Axe throwing.
And very carefully, like, steps aside and goes off to the axe throwing area, which is very close to where the bar is.
I purposely I remove like an item from me and I put on this mighty belt. Alright.
Yeah, it's a strength-based ranged weapon.
Require attunement, that belt?
Mm-hmm.
Takes
Gotta
an
be
hour
like
to
10.
attune.
Yeah.
Aren't you always attuned to it?
No. I have to remove an item to
Oh, for bagpipes?
no. I'm actually gonna take away my leadership one to put on the belt. So,
Oh, his Ioun stone.
yeah,
He's got a lot of attuning items.
I do.
He has 4.
But yep, a little bit stronger now.
Small cat.
You're getting stronger. The attunement takes an hour.
Shit. Ah, I'll take some drinks.
Yeah, maybe you'll get stronger that way.
I'll do a few push-ups.
Yeah, there you go.
You pregame some push-ups. About 5 minutes later, targets have been set up.
Fatigue yourself.
Very, very light, like simple targets put over a wooden backdrop. The individual walks over with 3 hand axes. They've seen some fighting and a lot of throwing and a lot of misses, so they are pretty banged up and chipped.
Damn.
I once threw a hatchet with like half of it missing. It was funny.
I threw a stick.
It was,
It
like,
killed my
down
opponent.
arrow, The left side was completely gone.
What's the roll, Chris?
It's gonna be your strength. Plus your proficiency if you're proficient with light thrown weapons.
It's a simple weapon.
Yeah,
So-
so simple weapon.
If you have proficiency in martial simple weapons, which most people should be proficient in simple weapons.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll walk up
Yep.
first, I guess.
Could be your strength or your dex.
Oh.
Or Dex.
Can I do
Strength
both?
or dex, yeah.
Can I do both?
Typically these like short thrown weapons can use your strength. Because it's range, you can also use your dex.
Can I use
double
my
check.
charisma modifier?
Hey, little
Or
axe.
is it just
I
a
want you to
dex?
go where I want you to go.
Just a Dex roll, is that what it is?
Give me a second.
Mwah.
Yeah, it's axe, spear, throwing
Yeah,
knife,
hand
nothing
axe
else, and iPad.
primarily was strength, despite
Yeah.
it being light thrown.
Spear, javelin, obviously is the big example.
But it's kind of weird that a dagger is dex, where a hand axe is strength.
Dagger is like pound range.
So
Did we ever take a
rule
long
is-
rest? 'Cause I'm still at 35 out of
Actually,
82
sorry.
hit points.
Let me
No,
go
we never
back.
did.
No, we didn't,
Rule for
because that
thrown
happened in the
weapons-
morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
For thrown weapons, sorry, just brief correction, is when you can throw it at a range. But unless it has the finesse property, the hand axe does not. It has to use your strength. This is all strength based, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Alrighty, so I have
I was like-
3 throws.
Correct, 3 throws.
Alright.
Score
First
to
one.
beat is 20.
Alright, it's gonna be a total of 6 for a natural one. Not using that die again.
You just take it.
Yeah,
It falls.
figured.
It goes wide, hits
You-
another page.
You never let go of the axe, you just.
Yeah, just
Wow.
that doesn't count, right?
Tail will be hard. Oh!
I'm sorry, that one does count.
Alright, the next one is going to
Reinhardt, you
be a
got this.
19 total.
You throw and you land into the outer ring.
Wow. Alright. And then the third one. That's going to be an 11. Oof.
What did you roll?
A 6.
What's your strength modifier?
You know, I could just, attune
If
it
you
as
rolled an
a
11,
hex.
and if you rolled a 6 and it was an 11, that's a +5.
+5.
Math.
Yeah, so
Do
As
math.
you
Proficiency
throw the next
modifier.
one, there is. So you land on the innermost ring, there is the outermost ring, and the second X lands onto that. Takes a few moments after. Sorry, lad, that's only 15 points.
what was the
5
point you had
strength.
to get again?
You need to
20.
do 20.
Wow,
Alright.
that's close.
Wait, what do we get for that?
Guess I'm up.
You get a free drink.
Oh.
Alright, so
Now you got to pay.
How much was it?
Going to be, well, again, barter. So, whatever you got. Typically, the people here, we commune with one another. If I need something, or, but for you, travelers,
Wink.
I'll just take 7 silver.
7 silver. Wow. Okay.
alright.
I just tossed him a gold
Tavari
piece.
steps to the throwing line.
Alright. Reaches over and hands you the 3 hand axes. Remember, it's a strength check. Or a
Alright.
strength check, sorry, strength attack. So proficiency, strength.
So it's like a strength roll and then add proficiency, yes. Okay.
Yeah, strength will add
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yeah.
18 plus 4 is a 22.
Goddamn.
Alright.
Look at that.
You wind up
Yeet.
and land very close to the bullseye, but you're just a hair above the line.
Damn.
Oh, based on the roll. Okay.
Send a prayer to Wolfgang.
Never met
He's
the
not
guy.
strength.
Jesus.
Second one's gonna be 19.
All right. You wind up and throw this one, and it lands kind of close to where Einhardt's second throw landed, beds itself into the board there.
And number 3 is going to be 15.
All right, and the final one, and this time it goes a little bit wider than you wanted, but you land on the hair edge, between the inner and the outer, and the halfling kind of walks right over, gets a real good look at it. You said the roll was 15?
Yep.
Okay. They're like, all right. That will be for you. Takes a few long moments looking at you. So backsy fella, that's 35.
God damn. Looks like the cat's drinking for free.
Free drink.
Free drink.
Free drink cat.
Just one drink. Don't get carried away.
Free's free.
Wanted more drinks, then you just have to throw some more.
Oh, that's gonna be. Alright, huh? Saddle up. Zavari's saddled up the bar, sits herself
I'm up
down.
now.
I'll be the last one because.
One, two.
So that's a 4 plus the proficiency. 4, so that's 8.
Right. And lands like just barely clipping where the wood ends and the like straw matting and the floor. Ken takes a very brief look at it, like, sorry, that one is a miss.
Stare at him.
Come on, Torin, you got this.
14.
Why take the second one? And you hit the with 14, you hit one of the outer rings.
$23.
23. Wind up and throw this the one, spiraled and clicked, hitting one of the inner ring. Pause, walks over, towels up. That will be a total of 25. Dragborn fella. Go to the bar.
Could I
Alright,
try
let's keep
again,
beside
but
me.
only
Come
use
on,
one
Torin.
axe?
Sit.
Use
Take
the
a
same
seat.
axe each time?
Just a puff furrowed brow. Make a persuasion check.
This game's totally rigged.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
It's going to be a total of 23.
Just finish your drink first.
I haven't gotten it yet.
You're gonna pay for it, right?
Yeah, I'll pay for it, but
Pay for it, drink the whole thing, and then you can go again.
pay for the drink. How much is the drink?
7.
Silver.
10 silver?
Silver.
7 silver. Got it.
Anyone else want to go?
Is my belt activated?
You are so
hour.
right for that. You're looking like 50 more minutes.
Ugh. Just
Never
gonna-
unattained. That's one I know that you'd like never unattained.
Well,
Back like you just like toss in the bag.
Saren, do you want to try this? It's a free drink.
Oh wait, it was Serena's
another way to get intoxicated.
Come on, Saren. You gonna let a cat upstage you, Saren?
I'm gonna beat this cat, I swear to God.
I feel like SpongeBob right now with like the rip arms, just trying to blow into it like a fucking balloon.
Strength attacks, which is just a strength check, because I'm not proficient with throwing.
You're not proficient with simple weapons?
Oh, yeah. Well, wait.
Okay.
Everyone should have
No,
simple
I'm
weapons.
not. I'm
Wow.
only proficient with. Oh wait, weapons? No, simple weapons. Yes, yes, I am. Sorry. I was
I was
looking
about
at
to
the
say.
So then you added proficiency to it.
Oh, cool. So that's +6. Cool. I'll just roll 3 20s and add 6 to each one. 1, 2, 3. I think 2 of these will hit. 16 plus 6 is 22. 13 plus 6 is 19. And then 8 plus 6 is 14.
Can you say those numbers again?
14, 19, 22.
One hits.
It's not hits or misses, it's adding up points on the bullseye.
Wait,
It's
is
how
it meant to zero?
accurate you are, which is like thinning out the AC of the highermost target. So if you miss the centermost target, you hit one of the outer ones, depending. You walk up there, axe, and as they land, you pause. All right. Score of 30. Go ahead and take down. Oh, they're quite good at this throwing axe thing.
Thank you.
I'll go, and I didn't even use magic as my hand goes purple. I turn around, walk to the bar, drink.
Alright. Yeah, you're given a gold yaw shine. It's a pretty strong type of moonshine.
Is it you're going to need a constitution roll on it, Chris, or?
Not your
You put
first
down
drink.
all at once, right? Oh, okay.
Slide my drink over to Torn. Here, finish this.
Bet.
Alright. Still that axe.
She just wanted to throw the axe faster.
With a furrowed brow, and she kind of glances over to where your mug is. Okay.
Don't worry about it as I put a platinum on the table.
Ooh. Make sure everyone hands the axe to you.
So same axe for 3 throws.
Yes.
The halfling goes, oh, thanks for the silver, but
I want to read this to everyone real quick. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch one weapon you're proficient with and lacks a two-handed property. With that weapon, you can use your charisma modifier for the attack and damage rolls until you finish your next long rest. You can also use your attack modifier for the attack and damage rolls for any of your packed weapons if you have that feature. Hex Warrior, no action. I
That
touch
Finish
the
a
hand
long
weapon.
rest.
You can touch. Well, we took.
no, we haven't.
Are you wondering, Will, if it's because
Once
you have
per
that
long
changed? Is it once per
Or
long rest?
Finish.
Okay, never mind. Okay, damn it.
You were very close, but the rule is when you finish a long rest, you choose a weapon and you
Also,
take it. So it's at the end of a long rest.
Two
Not a...
that lacks.
I gotta take a quick
Yeah,
nap.
as a you can't use a glaive as a warlock.
Well,
There
that would've
is a
put my-
trait. There is a Eldritch evocation to allow hexblades to take.
Hello, I'm Torin. I have a glaive. And I am a
Also, Pact of the
But
Blade
Pact,
allows you
yeah.
to do as well.
Yeah.
There's also Invocation that does it too.
It's why Path of the Blade is like one of the most common ones. It's because you actually like get a lot of advantages to your sword or glaive or whatever.
The Pact of the Invocation basically is the same thing that my sword already is. No, it makes it magical, gives you a +1. And it's like, well, I don't need that. Okay, I guess I can't back out now, so I throw the axe.
Yeah, you reach out and you attempt to bind your will to it, and
Your
Like, you have-
personality in the sword goes, what the fuck, man?
I'm still attuned to my sword, so it's like.
yeah, he can be attuned to 2 weapons.
What? You can be attuned to 2 weapons at once?
Usually it's because it allows you to dual wield.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That'd be useful.
Fuck, another natural one.
I take a sip
This is karma.
That's gonna be a 16. God damn it.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Outer ring.
This free drink sure tastes good.
Oh, natural 20.
For a total of?
25.
Alright.
Oh, sorry. The 12 was a 17 because it's 5, not 16. But yeah. Forgot my +1 strength.
So 17, 25.
Yep.
Alright.
Well, the one's a fail, but yeah.
I know.
The first one, and everyone kind of settles themselves in. The next one hits the outer ring. At this point, you're trying to get like the handle of how the axes fly. Take a moment. And as this axe lands, it hits dead center onto the bullseye. There's a brief like, all right. There you
Nice
go.
one, Reinhardt.
Alright, your second drink is free. Just one step up.
I get it. I
Right.
carry it back all happy and I hand it off to Sarah and I walk out and I go, I'll be back. I'm gonna go take a walk around the city.
Would you like some
Cause more
company?
Problems.
I won't.
Please, God, don't cause problems.
A throne to sit on.
I looked at Torn. He's gonna cause problems.
Don't look at me.
Right before you go, I asked, do you need some help? Is this investigation?
No, I'm alright.
Okay. Well, don't get caught.
Oh, no, I won't get caught.
Good. Pat you on the shoulder while you're going out while I'm trying to get buff within an hour.
I just go and take a walk around the city, finishing up my letter that I was writing in the last session, and then look for any weird stuff, I guess, going on in the city.
Are we basically taking a long rest at this point?
Roll investigation check.
Gotcha. Yes, oh, I'm
I
good
don't
at
think
those.
people are taking a long rest. You're not sleeping at the bar.
Me and Torn are
I mean,
probably taking
if
a
we
short
drink
rest.
enough, we might be sleeping.
If
Alright.
anyone gets back to the tower, you smell some smoke.
You know what? I'll take a crack at the throwing.
You're walking by.
Nothing.
But you eventually, you're like walking, and the serene nature of Charson's early mornings kind of getting to you, and you're just enjoying your walk after a bit. A few hours pass for those of you at the bar, and Anavir, after an hour has passed, you feel the magical strength hitting your veins.
Anthony, short rest.
From the belt has clicked on.
Oh, here we go.
The halfling who was serving, a few more halflings kind of stepped up the bar, but she looks over to you. Okay. Are you finally ready for your first drink?
Yes, I'm ready.
I guess you want to throw, don't you?
Correct.
Walks over to targets.
Well, Chris, without kind of like in noticing, because it's very bright, I did activate my Twilight Sanctuary. Just kind of just like, there'd be a soft glow on the ground that people might not notice. Just to give me and Anthony and those around us some temp HP for the day while we take a short rest.
All right.
Hmm.
There are a few people that are catching on to the Twilight-esque nature, but most don't appear to be letting it phase them. Probably used to strange things happening in Charis that are just visual in nature. Barkeep hands you the 3-hand axes, Anvir.
Mm-hmm.
Take your shots.
Will do.
That one.
24.
Alright.
That's your strength plus your proficiency?
Yeah. Oh wait, when we say plus strength, we mean like my
Plus number.
yeah, the +5 that I have.
Plus 5 plus your proficiency.
17
like
temp
plus
HP,
4.
Anthony.
Okay.
Proficiency, as in like Where's that?
Your bonus.
Oh,
Proficiency bonus.
yeah. I just add the proficiency bonus and that's
So
it,
it's
right?
Plus 9 total, right? What did you roll?
I rolled a 19 plus the
So it's gonna
5.
be a 28.
A 28?
Yes.
Why is
Are
it
you
a
proficient?
28?
Are you
Strength plus
proficient
proficiency.
with simple weapons?
Yes.
Then it's
Strength plus proficiency.
plus. It's gonna be
Also,
a plus 9
Viking, you have
because you have proficiency with the hand axe.
Oh.
Viking, you have 17 temp HP now.
Oh, beautiful.
So you got
You
28.
take your first one,
28 then.
and
Oh,
you
so it's D4.
add it into the bullseye. She kind of waves you. Okay, okay. Just come take your seat.
Just
Before
like,
you left,
take this fucking
you
drink.
got- before you left, Will, you got 15 temp HP.
Wait, but I have the 2 other axes. Do I
Now
throw
you
those?
got a bullseye, which means you got 20 points, which means the other 2 are for you.
Yeah, he's going for
Ryder,
top
who's
score,
not
not for
here?
drinks.
Ryder,
Okay.
you're walking around.
I'm here for bragging rights.
Go ahead.
Spirit, you have 15 temp HP.
15?
Also, just to let you know, he can't hold down a drink.
I have no idea.
It was.
They look at us as me and Torin have put out 7 silver for a 3rd drink, and then
No, I
we're
put down
gonna-
a platinum because I want 2 more drinks.
A platinum dude is a lot more than 2 drinks.
So-
I am not in the mood to hear your yip.
That's like 10
Okay.
drinks.
Yeah. Then
Yeah, I
I'll
put
get.
down
I'll
another
take a
7
third off
silver
that
for another
platinum.
drink as well.
Yeah.
That's 13
Yeah.
drinks right there,
So yeah,
actually.
we're at 3 drinks.
So with my simple weapon and then my
No,
proficiency,
no,
that's like a
there's
plus
reason
9
for
to it,
drinking.
essentially, right?
Plus 9 to your
nine.
rolls, yeah.
Okay, so I got 11, so that's 20. I got going on here.
It's just like there's a reason we're all drinking.
Okay, and your 3rd throw?
Skadoosh! Oh, wow, 1, but that's a 10.
Go 1.
So,
Oh, is it a 1? I'ma kill someone.
Goes wide.
Yeah, you finally take this last one. And it hits like one of the upper banisters. Just like so much force, but you let it go just too early. And it slips out from goes spiraling up. She kind of looks at it.
I'll grab it and I levitate up there.
Sorry.
I'm
That's
helping you. I could leave it up here.
I just wasn't expecting it, is all.
That was I thought he would make it.
Is it embedded in the banister or can I pull it out pretty
Like-
easily?
It's a few inches in there.
Like your shield in the wall.
Yeah.
So did I gotta do a strength check?
Oh my god.
Strength check.
It's like a sword in the stone now.
Oh, fuck.
It was like when we were in Jordan, and you
5.
could use,
Total?
shield.
Yeah.
You take it,
a
it's like
3
not budging.
plus-
You put your foot on the banister, and as you try to pull it, it does get launched free, but because you have a levitate, you pushed yourself to the banister, and you're just
I just levitated across.
I can control levitate.
But for those few seconds, you were just like kind of careening.
Oh shit.
And I slowly go back down and I hand the axe to her.
Takes it.
I'll take my free drink, but what's the total score?
Total score is 35. You're tied with the cat.
It's
Oh,
fine.
we gotta have a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Reinhardt,
Find it. I'm not even
not
there. Hang on.
today, please.
He's not even there.
I'm just straight up talking as Will. You gotta have a
Oh.
tiebreaker. Find out who the strongest is.
Maybe you could be a halfling that says the.
There was two instances of 7 silver put down for extra drinks on my part, Chris.
You guys are getting drunk. God damn.
Yeah, I'm drinking. So.
And I'm paying for 3 more drinks. 2
Midday.
for me, 1 for him.
Arrives. Just for my knowledge, how many drinks have people had?
Bard
I
down
have
there
my
is
free
third.
one. I have Will's, and then I have 2 more, and then I have 1 that gave to Saren. So I have 4 under my belt.
And what's
And
your
then I gave
Constitution
Saren.
modifier?
Not 4, I can tell you that much.
How
It's
many?
a +2.
Oh.
Same here for
Roll 2
Safari.
Constitution saving throws for me.
I have 3. My constitution is 3.
That's a natural 2
Okay.
and a natural 19.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So that's
You,
a 4, and a 21.
Yeah, you're really feeling it. You're pretty buzzed.
I got 2 more drinks after my free one. So
Okay, so you're what's your con?
0.
3 Constitution saving throws.
Oh. 16.
Okay.
A 2.
Okay.
And a 7.
Okay. You're drunk.
You're drunk.
Saren, I think you stayed at 3. Yeah, you're buzzed, but you're fine. Savari, Constitution modifier.
+2.
Okay, and did you go over 2 drinks?
I went 3. I'm on my
Okay,
third
roll 1
now.
Constitution mod.
1 Constitution click. We are looking at a 6.
Guys are fucking lightweights.
Fucking Fleabag, I can beat your score.
Yeah, you're pretty buzzed right now. You're really feeling.
At least I'm still
Tipsy,
somewhat
I would say
coherent,
you're
Bard.
tipsy. Even though you both are at the same level.
Yeah.
Andrew's drunk. Torin and you are at the same level.
Saren, where's the twig guy? We gotta go talk to him.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let me, guys, wait. I gotta beat my score of 35. Hey, give me the maxes.
Anavir.
Please give me the axes. I want to beat the score.
It's okay. The game was designed with a little drinking in mind. It is safe. Back where they're throwing, and she hands you 3 axes.
Why are you patronizing him?
It's how we make money.
That's fair.
Oh,
Right before he
You
goes
you
to
have
throw.
disadvantage.
damn it! I actually rolled really good right before you said that.
Right before he goes to throw, he's blind too.
Why am I blind and throwing?
He's already got disadvantage.
I know.
Saren's a buzz dick.
All right, I'm gonna roll again because I got disadvantage.
You had to roll initially because you.
Dude,
way.
you're not gonna believe this. First roll 19, second roll not 20.
Third roll because you're blind.
I still throw it.
I'm at a disadvantage, so it's not like he can do more.
His visual input is already obliterated because he's drunk now. So
He just
loses
wasted
his
a spell slot
visual-
for nothing.
Thank you.
So what is that? That's like 28.
for 19,
Yeah.
you and he hits it in the bullseye. His first rip again. You're blind though now.
What's happening?
You hit a bullseye there, Bard.
I did? Okay, I'm gonna throw again.
You don't know where the hand axes are.
But if I take the trajectory that I threw it, I can hit it again.
You fumble around and reach. Well, actually, he's handed
I
hand
already
axes,
have.
so they're all in hand.
Just all in
and
hand.
takes throws.
All right. So I have disadvantage, so I'm throwing again. So
Disadvantage. So
okay. Okay, that's a 1. All right.
You have your 2d6 or whatever thing you can always do.
I'm not using that for
Oh,
this
natural
stupid
1.
game.
Why not?
Why? They can use it for other useful things.
you're
Like what?
drunk.
That's also going to happen afterwards.
Dude, I got a straight up 5. So
So what, 14?
yeah, 14.
Oh, yeah,
If you rolled
Not bad for a blind man.
drunk blind.
You're
Drunk
just
blind man.
drunk. You get a new free drink.
He just needs like one good roll and that's it.
Bumping into stuff and she's just watching it with absolute bemusement. I've heard people sometimes go blind from the moonshine. I just didn't think it happened immediately.
She really
He's a
thought.
special case.
I'm over here finishing my third, just being like, oh, they're stupid too. Got it. Okay. Cool.
He's
Roll
a
another
special case.
Constitution saving throw, Andrew.
All right.
He just wants to roll d20s.
I just wanna-
Please knock his ass out. Please knock his ass out. Please knock.
Oh, I got a 17.
Okay, you're still drunk.
Y'all are drunk. God. Well, Reinhardt's gonna come back and just be like,
What?
He's gonna be
What
passed
happened?
out on the floor. Torn and
Therein.
Savari are buzzed.
I almost
Yeah.
feel like about 30 minutes ago was better than now.
Siren's over there like, God damn, this stuff's not working.
It's not as strong as I hoped.
Well, I
They
know what
arrived.
needs to be done. We're not doing anything else today, are we? Got it. And
Y'all aren't.
yeah, Torin sees my hand go like this. And then I just sit there. I casted Mislead, and I walked out.
You go to the tower.
Is your mislead drunk too? Or
No, I'm sober. I'm completely sober.
He's
Basically.
buzzed.
I'm lightly buzzed.
Yeah.
I took
Is-
3 my con modifiers.
Foreign
so.
are like tipsy, you know, you're past that and you're in between.
So there's just a
I'm
Sharon?
stumbling.
sitting there like this.
now is he sober? How does that work?
Mislead? Mislead just creates an illusion. The illusion's just there. I left. I'm invisible. I walked away.
I know you are. I know, but I'm talking about your illusion. Is your illusion
Imagine-
acting not sober or?
My illusion's an illusion. I have full control over it, and it's doing this.
I know. I don't know why it does that.
Jordan just asked you, he's like, "What? Man, this is a shitty place, huh?"
Can you
Like
imagine?
this, and like it's looking at a watch, and it just goes, and it says, "I should be at the tower by now." Boop, it's off.
Disappears.
You could have dragged me
Think
with
of
you,
as
and I
a
start
great
walking.
friend, Saren.
That's great. Fuck.
Yeah.
I look over as it disappears. I'm like,
Ah.
you could have took me
Torrin's drunk
with
right
you,
now,
and I
right?
just walk off.
Get on this like second. So Saren's been kidnapped.
What? Sarah got kidnapped? Who would have done this? Throws a chair.
You know what? I have a solution for this. I have a cell phone I can talk to Saren on. In the form of a rock.
Form of a rock.
My
You
rock's
could've-
on my back, by the way. I don't hear
You
it.
just loudly speak into the rock.
Can you make an intelligence check on that one?
You just loudly yell
Ringtone?
into the rock.
Can you make an intelligence check on that actually him you trying to contact Sarah or someone thought he's dead?
Oh, I might have just butt dialed Reinhardt by mistake.
Well, we all can hear you.
Buttons are
Oh.
too small.
These stupid buttons.
Holding a fucking rock next to the bartender. God, the buttons are too small. Them?
There's buttons.
Don't you fucking dare.
You fucking did.
But with sending stones, since there's 6 that are connected to each other, there's no, like, I'm calling this person. It's all 6 of us here with that one, or all of us here with that one person saying.
No,
right?
it is but one-on-one. It is.
Oh, okay.
You're just casting the spell sending, and it
Okay.
allows you to cast it to anyone else that has one.
It's not a
It's like-
walkie-talkie on a channel.
Okay.
It's like a megaphone,
All right. I
but
think
the
I heard it
megaphone only
wrong then.
goes to
Yeah, I did too.
whoever you want it to.
I think that was a while back. Somebody mentioned.
Stupid
that.
analogy. It's just that you bought 5 lines, but you can still contact each other with separate lines
I liked it.
on a cell
You
phone
can actually
plan.
get three-way calling.
Down for 3-way call.
Get the con. You
So,
get the conference
It's not
call.
permanent
take it.
conference call.
I take it two of you get back to the tower.
I want to go stumble my way back to the tower when I see the illusion disappear.
Am I
I'm
still
gonna-
blind, or is that concentration off of me?
It's gone.
Okay.
But you're still
You're
drunk.
not
Also-
blind anymore. You're just really blurry
Actually,
vision.
also,
I'm-
blindness and deafness, guys. It only lasts a minute, but it's not concentration.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
That's why I
concentration.
keep blindness and deafness on me, because it's not concentration.
Oh.
Although
I'm gonna-
one D&D wants to ruin fucking.
Don't talk about 1D.
Magic. I'm not happy with what they did to the cleric. They're making it concentration.
Is there a chance I would have seen a glance of Torin leaving?
No.
Perception check with disadvantage.
Wait, what am I rolling for?
Perception.
With disadvantage, okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Okay, we might have something here. Dude, I'm getting lucky today. I rolled an 18 and then a 19. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, you catch him leaving.
Torin, where you going? I follow. And I'm stumbling through the tables and chairs.
I'm gonna help.
I just like the fact that it's like, you could have brought me with you. And it's like, this is why I didn't bring you with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna help Anavir, like, make his way out of the bar.
Who are you?
You know exactly who I am,
Of
Bard.
course, I don't know you.
Did I get a cat?
Yeah, I'm considering seeing eye to back.
Wow. A Captain Cat. Oh, okay. I've seen weirder.
Saren gets
You're
back first.
very, very drunk, my friend.
I walk
One round is 6 seconds, right?
lock the door.
One round is 6
Or
seconds.
just walk upstairs.
I don't think there's a lock
Go to
on
the
it.
room.
Also, you
Yeah, it
smell
is.
something when you get inside the tower.
But with my perception, Chris, what do I smell?
I believe you smell burning.
Bad cooking.
I walk inside. It isn't worth it. I close the door. I walk in.
While we're making our way like to the tower or whatever, do I see any like halflings on the way? Like any
Yeah.
just
Oh, you
Sorry about
see multiples of
Well, no, I was just curious of like what kind of halflings do I see?
I find a nice tree, Chris. I cast a dome, and I just
Oh wait,
relax
there's
in
actually
the
two
dome.
towers.
You probably see some
By the
pink
way.
elephants too.
Aaron would know there's actually two towers.
Well,
the
yeah,
short of
I
the
just closed it and just went, this isn't worth it. And I just create a dome that looks like the color of the foliage nearby. Just go, I'm staying in here. Merp.
That's right. So I made one tower for the people that were infected and the ones that weren't.
Meanwhile, the drunken crew arrives.
Did they arrive in their tower? Or
Yeah, that lady, she has. I thought she has nice hair, but you know, I definitely looked like a wig, but it was a nice wig.
everybody gets some second hand?
What time is it, by the way? Is it like noon?
Yeah, you're like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Drunk as shit, just like talking to random people.
The worst part is you're just gonna pass out and they're gonna wake up at dinner time, and then you're not gonna go to bed.
I mean, Anavir might.
With a hangover.
Maybe.
All of his rolls are at
Bargain to-
disadvantage.
Harvard
Nah,
Barrier.
proficiency on
There you go.
hangovers.
Simulated now, like oh fuck.
You walk into Tower 1 or Tower 2?
The shorter
Walk
tower
into
is.
Cloud
I give my
Tower.
cat
No.
permission to choose for me.
Tower 1 or
walk
Tower
the-
2?
2, I guess.
Alright.
It's closer, I'm assuming.
Roll a d20.
For who?
One
The
of
one
the
that Bush
drunk
knew
crew.
about. Yeah.
11 or
We were looking at
11.
an 11, Chris.
I
Okay.
I heard that.
They walked into the tower designated for those that did contact the poison.
Perfect.
Pure blind luck.
Blind drunken luck.
And Brian, yeah, blind drunken luck.
Blind. I guess.
There are miracles in this world.
Top tower.
As soon as we're in, I just like release support from Anavir, just to see what'll happen.
You stand for a bit, Anvir. I mean, you're not like wasted. You're just pretty drunk.
Okay.
I got a story. For
I
you.
know where my room is. You know what? This has been a good time. I'm gonna go in my room and probably take a nap. You should take a nap too in your litter box. And what's a litter box? Okay. Good night.
Walk around on the floor.
Onto the staircase.
Alright.
Oh no,
So,
it
well,
actually better be on the
perhaps-
floor because there's no staircase. It's just a ladder.
Oh, just hanging from the ladder.
Where did what tower do you go into?
The bigger one.
Okay. And with that, you all, except for the wandering Reinhardt, arrive liquored up at your towers and a dome right outside. Reinhardt, what are you doing at this time?
I was walking around. Want to go and see our faithful companion junior investigators at the gate of the Thriceborn. See if they're outside.
You walk there, and they are out there.
Hey guys.
Kind of one of them puts up. Oh, hey, it's the investigator. Guys, look at the investigator. We see him.
We see you.
Guys, quiet, Ember. Fucking secret. You guys caught any word or anything? Any new cases of the disease? The plague?
Got any scoops?
They kind of look between each other. No.
No. That's unfortunate.
Like the seven doors over here.
How am I feeling?
How are you feeling?
Yeah. Fine.
Normal. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Cool, now that's kind of pretty much it. Kind of hope you guys had some more information, something. Any cool stories lately?
Linrick kind of speaks up. You know, it is what it is. Not much goes on around here. And one of them goes like, yeah, I don't know. I think something's off. You know what I mean? I was walking around the inside a little bit, and I don't know. I think I need to check it out. I think there's like an area. This doesn't look right.
What do you mean?
I don't know. No, it just doesn't look right in there.
Interesting. Where at? Is it like in the city or?
It's behind one of the manors in there, you know.
In there.
Yeah, in there, and he points back to the center. Sorry.
Of the Thriceborn?
Back to the home of Thriceborn, yeah.
Was that about where we were when we were doing our thing?
You did leave like a
That
noticeable thing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been here? You three.
I mean, like at this post, or
In general, how long have you? Just like you guys been here to the city your entire life, or?
yeah.
Yeah.
We're all born in the village. Haven't left the village. Probably died in the village. It's a good place.
I've liked it. Kind of reminds me of my home, where I grew up.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Menagerie Coast, but I grew up in a grove-like forest as well. So it's very comforting to be in a similar area.
That does sound nice.
Yeah, but I wasn't in a city really. I just kind of had my own sanctuary, essentially, in the forest. No rules.
One
Just
can speak
myself.
that. Wasn't it a bit lonely?
Oh, it was very
Awesome.
lonely, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Oh.
Definitely go back to that kind of solitude. How long have you guys have always been under, or has Elder Twine always been your guy, your elder?
Linrick can speak that. Yeah. Was around when many of us were born.
Yeah.
Only known one elder. Yeah.
Yeah. How old are you all?
The other ones approaching 22, 23. I myself, I'm 60. That's Lenrick speaking. He's like the season guard. He's the Lenrick is the season guard. He's been already looked the oldest out of the crew.
Mm-hmm. Dang, you guys look pretty good for your age. I myself only like mid 20s, I believe. But yeah, when you're out in the forest by yourself, time kind of just flies. You don't really pay attention too much to it.
Everyone goes, yeah. You wouldn't believe sometimes. Some days I just kind of like zone out for hours at a time. Yeah.
It's like that sometimes, especially when you get a lot of your stuff done and you training. You're just
I'm
off
doing
days.
nothing though.
Oh well, yeah,
I'm
never
just
mind.
like, sometimes I'm just like sitting there. The only reason I leave is just I start getting really hungry. One of them was like, "You're weird, man."
So Leonard, you've been here for 60 years.
Yeah. Just about.
That's crazy. And Twine has always been your elder?
Yeah, he's pretty old. His father was the elder, and his father before him was the elder. It passed along.
Yeah. How old is he? Do you know?
He's been here for quite some time, I think. It's easily past like the 150 mark. He has to be somewhere there.
Oh wow. Would I know the age span of a halfling? I was gonna say
intelligence
of a
check.
halfling. Alright.
It's like, well, they are in like Lord of the Rings situation. These are
they're hobbits.
non-brand. They're non-brand.
That's gonna be a 15 for intelligence.
Copyright-free hobbits.
Copyright.
15. Yeah, you know halflings tend to live. Typically live about a century and a half.
Okay, so half elves.
Yeah.
Okay. He's pretty old then. He's getting like right up there.
He is the elder after all.
Hey, that is true.
Refresh my memory, Chris. He looked old, but not like end of life old.
Correct. There was a he wasn't like completely decrepit. He also was very well put together. We're talking like hair was very clearly maintained and washed and combed to the side. He wore very nice clothing. Like you wouldn't assume by looking at him that he is the elder of a village. You would assume he's like middle level government.
So you'd think of somebody of that age in that position and within a city would that pressure would, age you a bit, don't you think? That's just my thought.
Maybe he's just 80 and he looks 150.
Yeah, could just be lying about his age. How about his father and grandfather? You mentioned they were all both elders as well.
Yeah, passed it along, hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what were their names? Do you know?
no, I don't know.
Do you guys have any public records of this kind of knowledge, or would you?
No.
Okay.
If there is, I'm sure you can Just ask the Elder Twine for it.
Right. Probably my next step is talk to him. I don't know. Feels like a pretty
He's
cool guy.
father, after all.
Right.
He
His
knows
father.
quite well.
Alright. Well, just kind of curious, walking around the city, seeing people, new faces. I like to know a little bit. I don't want to pry into their personal life directly, but small
Well,
things.
you are a very important investigator. You know
That's
how
right.
best to handle the case.
That's damn right. So, but remember, gotta keep a secret. We don't want this getting out to everybody.
Well,
If you find
the
anything
other
else,
one speaks up. You know what? I'll investigate what I saw right away. I'll make sure I tell you what I see.
Aw, shit.
perfect. I'll hang around here and maybe the Twilight Yard. I'll keep an eye out for you. Once you get back, I want you to come directly to me and let me know.
Twilight Yard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
And you see, he ducks in and quickly goes for the side door of the gate, and he slips in, closes it, and Linwick is sitting there like, his shift wasn't even over. Well,
Stroll over. Well, nice talking to you,
investigate
gents.
going, yes, before any of my other guards decide to go on some type of quest for you. No offense, but I need them here.
No. I know. But I figured the three of you, two of you can guard a gate really well. Especially when you have people like us here, you know? Second set of eyes.
Horse investigator.
I make my way to the Twilight Yard.
From you approaching near the second tower, all you hear is Anavir from just a little nuffle.
About an hour passes, and you hear the footsteps of one of the guards, the younger ones approaching.
Oh, hey.
Investigate. Looked into it. Strangest thing.
What?
There was a circle, back behind one of the buildings. Now it looked normal. I knew it was off there, Inspector. All the blades of grass were painted green, but they were already dead.
Painted green.
I don't mean to hypothesize and put ideas in your head, Inspector, but I heard of things called mind flares in books, and that they would put circles in grass, sometimes to show where their ships might land. Do you think, Inspector, that it might be that?
It's a pretty good hypothesis.
I know.
I don't have the best knowledge on mind flares. Can't say we've had too much experience encountering them either. Dead circles of green grass.
Yes, they make circles in grass or crop fields sometimes, and that's where they're going to land their ships to kidnap people for their wicked experiments.
Right. Is that all you found?
That's all.
I've seen that before.
Alright, well, we don't want to cause a panic over the city.
Of
Alright?
course.
I think we should keep this on the down low for now, and me and my other investigators will take a look into it. Alright? But like I said, let's just keep this between you and I for now. Alright?
On
I mean,
down
with
low,
with the plague going around too, it could also just be something like that, a side effect. You know?
what if plague? Something to do with mind flares. What if it's one of their experiments? They're
Maybe.
experimenting on us, and then when it's fine that they'll start taking people. Are you sure we shouldn't tell people? This is pretty big.
It's I wouldn't consider a circle of dead grass right now solid evidence for mind flares. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not shunting your idea. Great idea. You're doing great work, honestly. Like,
Amazing work.
you're helping us out so much with the secondary observation. But circle of dead grass isn't concrete evidence for what we
I
need.
will ask my nan. She was the one who told me the stories. I'll ask where she learned it from. I'll follow it up. I'll investigate for you.
Thank you. That is perfect. I'll get back to you within the next couple of days, alright? But, yeah. Keep an eye
And
on
then
that
he
area.
just bolts. He runs off into the greater Charis.
We got the ancient Molder frickin' halfling here.
So stupid. Alright, I start making my way back to our temple, or our towers. That's the stupidest conversation ever.
You arrive back at the towers. One taller, one
Which one?
shorter, and they
Feel fine. Which one is Anavir throwing up in?
Second tower.
Tall tower.
You all go into your towers. Or don't. In the middle of the day, to recover from your morning drinking. They say D&D is a fantasy game.
Hey, day drinking is a fantasy, alright?
This is true. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen as often as some would like.
If you want, you could take a long rest.
Sure.
Wake.
I think a character would have to
At
take a
8
long
o'clock
rest.
to 9 o'clock. Or you could just...
Sure.
Question for you. Actually, this is perfect timing, because Constitution is your frame, your durability, right?
Mhm.
What if Harbinger spent the time to take care of himself, take more naps, and try to up his con?
Do you want to switch your downtime to living a healthier lifestyle?
You're like, no.
You could, and raise your constitution. Just that's what you're spending your downtime on. It's like being a healthier, health-minded, health-conscious individual.
He takes a puff of his pipe. Nah.
It was a nice thought.
I do spend the rest of my day practicing with my wings.
There's occasionally one wing is heavier than the other for some reason, but you can't quite tell. And by the way, no info from Hoot at all, too?
Done yet.
Okay. Tell me this soon. Probably something I should have done 2 days prior.
Yeah. Would Hoot still be active? Would he know if Hoot's still active?
Yeah. You have an innate connection to that regard that you just know he's out of range, but he's not like gone. He's still within the realm, so you don't know where they are, if they're flying back or if they're going somewhere, but you know, it's there's
I
now
could resummon
murkiness.
them, but yeah. What?
Nothing. I was looking at all the stupid pictures you guys are putting in the chat. And he talking
Like,
to the
I've
dumbass
seen this
guards.
before. Where have I seen this before? Ah, yeah.
Oh my god.
On the other hand, though, got him to keep quiet about the mysterious circle that we caused.
Oh, that's a bonus.
What? A circle?
Yes, Anavir.
You get into this
Hi.
tower.
I know. Well, Anavir's not in this tower. Is Anavir the only one in the other tower?
No, Samari's.
Sorry.
I decided to
Tall
visit.
Tower, the stick tower?
The tall
No.
tower is the stick tower.
No, it's
I'm in
not.
the tall tower. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Did I go in the wrong tower?
I was visiting.
Hold on, I'm not even drunk. What
We share
tower
the
is this?
tower.
I'm not
We
even
share the
drunk.
tunnel. I think we're okay.
You can take a long rest if you want. If you're not training, you're training
I can't do anything in my downtime. I already took my long rest. Mine started 2 hours before theirs did, though.
You're definitely not living that healthy lifestyle.
No con for you.
You went to bed, then went to bed.
Old man.
Right. I think after your freshman year or sophomore year, no, not sophomore. I slept for 6 days, only waking up to take a piss and eat and go back to sleep.
You're not human.
Not when you turn a toss and turn.
Night falls on the village Charis.
I'm wide awake.
Dusk has passed, and the transition has already happened several hours ago. Night now hangs in the air. There's a gentle cool that brings the temperature down. Those of you that wake up do, from your long rests, those of you that were drunk are no longer.
Cool.
Oh wait, I have to forget. Let me check my notes. Does that stuff go away after I take a long rest?
What stuff?
The weed.
Yeah.
The pipe weed. Okay.
All right. So
I just woke up and lit. I'm like, I died today.
Wake
so,
and bake, yeah.
I'm not. Aren't the rescue things also on a long rest cooldown, or are they every day?
Leave long rest.
So I'm gonna head out of the tower.
Okay. You venture out of the tower, and as you do, you hear the gentle cooing of an owl that is resting on a nearby branch.
Oh no,
It's not dead. Oh look, little spirit.
Now it's gonna
That
become a
would
bunch
be
of
my nephew.
Little
knee
spirit.
smashing. Would you like to repeat that again? No, fuck.
I am here. I'm just eating.
We could tell from the wind noise that we just got.
Anavir also goes outside, trying to get fresh air from puking his
And
guts
it
out.
is the freshest of air that you're getting right now. The incandescent glow of the moss nearby, and the soft hooting of an owl that starts to ring out.
Hopefully, Snyder will get somebody to clean that up. The air's pretty nice out here. Who the hell's that? Is that Snyder's owl?
The owl takes a dive for you, but and ducks just into the tower
the
now
tower?
that the
The other
door is
tower?
open.
What?
Actually, wait. You could have gone through the window.
Was that hoot?
Assuming your windows aren't like patched.
No, but he's an owl, so he's like squunched through.
Well, you just
I think that was hoot.
you just shrink.
Owls are
Anavir, how's your hat?
And what can the as you're
Not the greatest,
wherever
but
you are in
I'll
your
get there.
tower, the hoot like flaps over, flies, and kind of lands close to you.
And the first thing I'm gonna say, like, oh hey, you okay? Nothing happened to you?
Was this created by Find Familiar?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
You were. I think the memory will be there. I think that's what you said before. I'm not sure if it's gonna like more dump on me.
Quickly double check.
Where
Gives
did
you the
send Hoot?
play-by-play. It has had the worst 2 days of its existence.
I caught a few rats. I made a nest.
It doesn't have to eat.
I met a
Wife.
lovely wife. You know, we hit off pretty well, and then all of a sudden I felt the tug on your stupid leash. And I had to go out and get some milk. Never came back.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you guys can communicate
fey
with it
spirit,
telepathically. So there's a communication element to it.
Okay.
It can't speak to you.
No.
So in a similar way to the pseudo dragon, it's portraying emotions and like flashes of memory and
Memories.
yeah.
That's
So,
actually how I prefer to. If I could communicate with people that way, that'd be the way to do it. It's just like, yeah, okay, now you know what I'm talking about.
So, as it does, it is there's a very long stream of just shot of the Lotus End Greenwood, just a continuous green blanket that hits this area, and eventually, when you're like in the center of it, it is like on all sides. It is somewhat surreal, like a sea of green, knowing full well if it was to dive down, it would be a completely different world underneath. Kind of following through, you see who travels and travels and eventually arrives more so at the edge of the Lotus and Greenwood on the southernmost end and loops back around to eventually arrive at an approximate center. There's a dive down followed by a search, a kind of a looking, and eventually finds a dip in the terrain that kind of goes lower. And the trees here kind of grow higher to accommodate and match the height. But there is one grand tree at the center of the Lotus and Greenwood that spirals and mixes like several trees that have taken root and have all grown to fuse together as one. The leaves here are clearly covered by other trees at the top because these ones are these bright teals and blues and purples that completely stands in like an alien contrast to the rest of the Lotus and Greenwood, and you can see auburn trees, teal trees surround this area. If there was ever a time where like the scenery appeared most like it might in the Feywild, it was right here. It's probably that triggered for this might very well be the center. It's difficult. Who didn't get too close, so you really only see the valley and the trees before the kind of vision or the flashes of memories kind of pick up, lift off, and begin northward. And that's where they stop, assuming you can fill the rest from there.
Tree. Oh, look, another tree. Another tree. Okay, so we're getting the feeling that this thing is real far away, probably even farther to the closer to the other side, even.
You're getting a feeling for an aerial creature, it couldn't determine where the center was.
Okay.
And it flew over it initially, reached the other end, flew back, and took a dive at like the middle route, and was eventually able to find it. So it's not like it is most likely in the center or close to the center. It's just this is not something that you can peek, fly up, and hope to find it.
Okay.
It just stares at you now.
You should probably take a nap. Well, it's actually nighttime, so. No, fuck it, we're taking a nap.
Just picks up and flies to on the higher end of your tower.
I guess so. Bring on my bag.
So who saw the?
I mean, unless
what
someone
was it?
comes up. Unless someone comes up to me or something, or when I leave, yeah, sure, I'll tell you about it. Definitely.
I'm doing it for notes.
Okay.
But
So who went down, came back up, and on the return trip saw something that was in the valley, but also really tall damn tree. Exceedingly tall tree. Jerry's tree.
He saw a tree that was definitely suspicious.
Teal and blue leaves with like this appearance of several trees pulled together as one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But either way, real damn far.
Real damn far. Huh.
Shall we go see if Snyder
I have a
and
feeling like
Reinhardt are
to just point over there, like
awake
that
in
tree.
the other tower, Anavir?
It's right there. It's like what the fuck.
The tree tiptoeing at us?
The tree's moving?
Nah.
Why are they speaking Vietnamese?
No.
No, worse. They're speaking. They're speaking Draconic.
Oh, the Sao, but yeah,
Worse.
they have their own language. Like treants have their own language. Sort of fairies.
Ents.
Druids. Yeah. Ents. I think tree ents because that's what this called in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Trents.
What was being said to me? I was having a horrific
Alright.
flashback.
Whatever you guys are doing.
Kind of wrapping up, I guess, for the night. Getting kind of late.
I can't sleep again.
I know you can't. I told you this was gonna happen. You're not gonna want to go to bed after. How do you feel?
You should probably go get some food real quick. And
I
then
feel great.
again. Yeah, let's just go
Oh,
get
you
some
aren't
food.
drunk
No, I'm gonna
anymore.
keep it in the bag.
Who says
You're
I
just
can't have
hungover.
postpone?
No, if you're gonna postpone, do it in the other tower.
I'll do whatever I want.
Oh wait, I didn't make a bathroom in that tower.
I make my way to Torrin's room. Torrin's in his room, right? I'm assuming that's where he's at.
The other one,
Uh-huh.
I suppose, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Make my way to Torrin's room. Not
I
The one that did the
I stay outside because
Torrin.
Yeah?
Yeah? You're there?
Yeah.
I want to talk to you. Can I come in?
1 second.
I feel like he was laying on his bed and he was like, fuck, now I gotta get up.
What you need?
Interrupting a dragonborn snap.
So,
Hello?
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 What
A
you need?
couple things kind of caught my eye today. One, I understand that the Kryn are so obsessed with these beacons, but like, you ever think what are they doing with all of them?
Not really.
Weren't we all told already?
What are we? Did I just forget?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the one other guy who was in Ingrid's party.
Mordecai?
No. The one that was actually in her party.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, the
Talk-
granite guy, right?
The armless guy?
No.
Oh.
Granted.
Wasn't his name Granite?
Yeah, the
Granite.
the Jinn, or no, not the Jinn.
Yeah.
The Lux. Yeah,
My
the
favorite
first
drink.
person we showed about the Luxon beacon.
Yeah. It was less so he showed, but he discovered it on you and believed it was responsible for. Yes, but that was granted of the Husharans, Ingrid's part.
Got it.
Do they still need to roll a history check?
Roll
To
a history
remember.
check for, sorry.
Do they
Regarding
still-
what the Kryn wants to do with all of them.
It would be a
All the
religion
Luxon beacons.
check.
Religion? Oh, I can do that. Okay. Fuck, if I roll high enough, it's an 8. Don't remember.
Yeah. You're not getting an idea. Someone else can roll a religion check, one more person can.
I was talking to Torn about it, so I guess it'd just be him.
Alright.
Just shout up the tower. Hey! Just
You
like
said religion?
lash and splatter.
Yeah.
That is a 19 plus 2.
Fuck. There we go.
Yeah. Fern, you both in your training when it came to consecution, as well as just picking up bits and pieces here or there, having a general interest in this religion around the Lux and as a form. The Kryn believe the Luxon beacons are fragments of the Luxon, a creature from before the gods that created this realm. And by uniting all of the beacons together, they can remake the Luxon again.
Got it.
Kind of like Legos.
Yeah. Smaller piece of a larger whole.
Although I don't
But-
know how the dodecahedron fits all.
They're like hundreds of parts.
But the only thing I was thinking of is,
There's
you
an
know,
unknown amount of parts. No one knows how many beacons there are.
they want all these beacons obviously within their possession. What's the possibility of them actually believing the end of days is near, and this is their way of preserving themselves and being able to come back afterwards? You know? Just a thought. I don't know how these things work.
You
Fall.
do know I'm also one of them, right?
I know you're one of them. That's why I was talking to you about it, because, like, you have the most knowledge. But it's like, they believe the end of days is near, is coming, and so they're trying to acquire all these beacons so that they can not worry about being wiped off.
My sister thinks the end of days is near.
Yeah. I too have some. I gotta look back to see if what I said. I do have some knowledge regarding that subject as well. As far as how great it is, I don't know. Wasn't really tried contacting others outside this plane to get some further knowledge on it, and it seemed insightful-ish, but not really.
Is that why there's some nights you go crazy?
You could say. Some nights, some other nights it's just normal.
Okay.
Nights he calls it a draw.
Force calls. But
What?
what? No, not like that.
I take one step back.
Feeling itchy. No. Also, I was with the whole Lex and Beacon thing. You know, you're mentioning how Thriceborn. I was talking to our contacts Anavir and I had about the guards, and supposedly for Elder Twine, he's about 150 years old or so. It's kind of old. Pretty old.
Yeah. For a halfling.
That's pretty good too. According to one of them,
How old do halflings live again?
if I remember correctly, it's like century and a half or something like that. So he's right up there.
There.
But he doesn't look old. Looks not young.
You think he could have been using the Luxon beacon?
Well, based on what Saren saw and what we saw in that cellar, like, it hasn't been touched in years, but at the same time, it could be that time again. I also found out that he's been the elder for longer than 60 plus years, because one of the guards is 60. That's all he's known. And then Elder Twine's father and his father's father was elder as well. So what are the odds of him not being a father? It's just him being reborn again.
And we
I don't
just
know.
took his fountain of youth.
I don't know, it's just something to think about. But you'd think, I don't know. Like I said, I don't necessarily understand this kind of magic. Even all this is still too much for me to comprehend. But yeah, just wanted to share what I found and what I thought.
That's probably one of the clearest theories we had since we got here.
Right? But how does that tie into anything else? You know? Unless he's, I don't know, it doesn't tie into anything else but the plague or the Fae.
No. Basically just ties in with the beacon.
Ties into the beacon. I don't know.
Out of character. We still haven't talked to Elder Twine yet, have we?
No.
We were supposed to do that today.
Yes.
We got drunk.
We got wasted.
I don't think we had an appointment for that though, so.
And we can actually go now. It's nighttime. Remember that. Go to the critters.
When we do talk to him, we could have a passing mention about how he got the name Thriceborn.
Possible. But even if I remember correctly, with our previous engagements with him, he wasn't very informative or not necessarily not truthful, but he wasn't entirely committing to everything or saying everything that should have been said. You know, he wasn't.
I can tell you right now, Actually, wait, what time is it?
There just burst the
It's
door.
nighttime.
I heard what you're saying.
Oh, it's nighttime?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, say around like 8 o'clock, I want to say. 9 o'clock.
I need a lower.
You head into the
I
door.
would have woken up and I would have come in and been like, that was a good nap.
Well, I'm in Torn's room with him right now, so.
I'm in the outside of the window.
That's like second story, I think. Cause
yeah, Safari and.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been able to show up. I wouldn't know where you guys are.
Kind of peeking through the window, like kind of somewhat part of the conversation. Would I wait? Actually, should I make a dexterity check just to make it clear?
I did walk by the entrance and went, oh, da 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 da. And I just keep walking.
You're still in the first story, I guess. Probably hear it. It's like a passive of 29, right?
I mean, I wasn't trying to be quiet or anything. I was just trying to be there. It's like, hey guys.
The cleric.
Oh.
You eavesdropping's all you. That's with night settled, what is the plan?
Do we talk to Twine, or do we
We can go and talk to Twine.
and
I go and
confront him about that,
and
or do we talk to him a little bit and then head to the heart of the
situation down south?
Because I filled them in.
I think we should talk to Twine and not certainly interrogate, but just slightly pry.
Poke
We don't
at
want to throw ourselves out on it.
Yeah.
And I feel
Try not
at
to
this
mention the
point,
beacon.
at this point, we need to be a little bit more.
And
We
then
can
I was
talk to
also
Twine and in some roundabout way inquire as if he's seen a beacon, but not directly.
Mention the beacon at all.
Well, not directly.
Yeah.
I think we also have to talk to the Wood Whaler now that we know that there is something to the south.
Find out if they know anything about that.
So Twine first, then Wood Whaler.
Yeah, and then I also inform you guys now that we're all together talking about the his age, supposedly.
We're just catching each other up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, from what I found out from the guards and how his father
Well,
and
that is
father's father
certainly
were all elders.
suspicious.
Wait,
Yeah.
Chris, because of Flappy's able to telepathically do that same thing essentially. Can I have Flappy just give him the image of what Hoot saw via myself?
Yeah, you can do a game of telephone for the image. It gets muddier going from you to Flappy, Flappy to them.
Mm-hmm. At least it's Flappy to them individually, not
Yeah,
Flappy.
yeah,
It's just
not Flappy Torn to Flappy Flappy to someone, them to not a ping back and forth until someone's like,
It finally gets
use
down
like
to
4
Savari.
colors.
It finally gets down to Savari. It's just a mail truck in like a yard.
It's like an AI generated image. Just makes
Like,
no sense.
what? I don't understand. Why was there a cart in the middle of the street?
You get doing this. You all collectively get the flashing image. While some detail's been lost in it, it appears more like an oil painting than a like clear image that came from a familiar. But you do see like the dip in the valley where the kind of rock is sheer at one point, and a large tree, multiple roots, all spiraling together with leaves of teal, purple, and blue, auburn trees surrounding it. Very, very Feywild-esque.
Wow. Well, I could have just have it gone Hoot to Flappy instead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That is
But
way better than any minor illusion I could do.
the image
If
of the
that's cool, there's
center
gonna be a third one soon.
of the Lotus and Green Woods burned now into your memories. Do you all head towards the home of the Thriceborn one last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh wait, I woke up, so that means I can reset my spells.
I think we should try and ask about any.
Should we head to the Woodwhalers first, actually, and then head to the Iceborne? Because we head there, you might have to leave in a quick manner.
Why?
Sure.
If he suspects something, if the beacon has gotten out of his reach, he might feel it. Isn't it like you kind of like attunement, right, guys? Come on.
If you are attuned to
No.
it. But at that point, it's been untouched.
We know he's a spellcaster, right?
Fine.
No, we
You've
don't
only
actually know
been
that.
told that Twine is this was from Tahorn, that while Elder Yamid is like definitely old and much more talker, Twine is more spry than he appears.
Holy shit, he's actually Bobo. No ring? Please tell me no ring.
Maybe we can get some official documentation regarding about the overall elders of Karis, and that'll help shed some light on Twine.
One beacon to bind them. But
You guys, you head to Tahorn first or Elder Twine?
Ahorn
Well,
first, like,
Tahorn
again,
is part of.
I'm headed to Twine.
He's the Wood Whaler.
just to let his whalers know what we find, and then Twine, I suppose.
I already said I'm heading to Twine.
Yeah, I'm headed
Yep.
as well.
Okay, some of you are gonna head to Twine, and some of you are going to head to Tahorn.
I'll follow you
Apart.
to Tahorn.
Just in case I get myself in trouble there, too.
Yeah. You can't teleport us out, so letting you know that now.
Oh, you took something else. Okay.
No, I haven't long rested yet.
Okay. That's fine. No, you can
I'm
still
in training.
dimension door us out.
I can. And Thunderstep, but it's not
Mhm.
far.
Oh, I can take care of that then.
Who's
And-
heading to
Oh, we might
Twine?
have to deal with that.
I.
Me.
So it's them four, and then Harbinger and I.
Oh,
are
sorry,
gonna
who
go to
else? I missed that.
The other four. Harbinger and I are going to. Yeah.
Oh, we can also just magic carpet back to the thrice board.
So Twine party is Torn, Anvir, Saren, Reinhardt, or
No.
okay.
No, Reinhardt.
Anavir, Saren, Savari, and Torn.
Mm-hmm.
Savari.
Just trying to cover all bases.
Got it. Tar Horn. Reinhardt. And Sniper.
Maybe we can ask him too about Twine's Eldering.
Really extra go in, really extra go out.
Team split. A couple of you heading right into the Valor Lodge next to you, the others beginning the trek over to the home of the Thriceborn. That's where we'll end it today.
No.
Cool. Quick question, Chris.
Yes.
Don't expect you to have them. Do you have the answers to the 5 questions I asked like 5 sessions ago? I just didn't want to go through the video again and look for it. I think I have the first one as yes, and that was it.
Be determined. Fuck.
This was our 70th episode on 11/30.
Yeah, that was 2 sessions ago. Yeah, 2 sessions.
2?
2 or 1?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah,
This is
2.
the 28th.
Do not
one.
have notes on it.
Okay, I'll just look back at the video then.
What were we talking about?
Oh, my 5 questions that I asked to the
Oh.
plainly being. I didn't get the actual answers because I was busy asking and writing.
Oh. My question.
I will see you guys later.
Later.
Okay, later.
The spell I put forward, you said to make it either just 1 attack instead, and like have it do something cool, right?
Oh yeah, for your spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to buff spells, it's either like one very potent initial attack, or for a minute every attack, but it's like not nearly as potent.
Or
So
but
you make
also
it
like stunning or whatever you had that.
yeah,
there.
an additional like a condition. So if you did something like over 1 minute, it would be something like every successful hit, like they can't take a reaction. If you successfully hit, they can't take a reaction, or -10 to their movement till the start of their next turn.
Or if it's just 1 hit, then it also condition. Can we do that too?
If it's only 1 hit,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if it's like a smite basically, then it can be
It's
something much.
basically a smite.
Yeah,
Okay.
it can be something much greater, but it's a smite. You can.
No,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
there's a lot of choices. There's like banishing smite that will do the banish spell on someone if you hit them with a smite.
Oh, that makes sense. I haven't really gotten into the smites.
Yeah, I look at the
Not
smite
very good.
because the smiting spells are very good. So like trying to draw inspiration from them.
Oh,
Also,
one more actually. This one was actually pushed through. I went to the Pack Tactics Discord. I told them to have at it, and it's basically inspired by Mordekaiser's passive. People who play D&D, I mean, League of Legends. It's basically a necro pool, whereas you gain HP from the people that are in there, but it's a save. It's a con save too. You don't gain max HP, but you just regain HP.
I don't know what you mean right now.
That's fair. Let me go to N. Okay, no, it's at the top. Cool. Yes, that is the correct one. Yoink. I'll just post this one in general. It's easier for you to see rather than having to hunt through messages. It's a 4th level spell. It's concentration. I kept it a range of 10 feet, or did I say 15 feet? No, I said 15 feet. Fuck.
Well, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that follow button. Don't forget to get your daily fill of Swift lifestyles.
Just send us money. It'll go to a good
anytime you
cause.
And if you actually do this, we might, just might, make an intro.
Come on, guys. We need that intro.
Yeah. We'll work on it.
Use that promo code.
We say we,
X
but
for Swift Lifestyles. For
It's
that
gonna
energy
get
boosting
farmed out.
grit. Very delicious.
We're
Very powerful.
we're gonna need a lot of donations.
Energy boost. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Yeah, and happy holidays, and also Happy New Year. That's soon coming.
Yes, we will see all of you next year.
And maybe
next year. Actually, let me check the calendar. Yeah, see you guys next year. Damn. All right.
Yeah, damn.
And you guys have a good night.
For Necropool, you can answer. For Necropool.